Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. We're doing an art stream today. Hello, Pixel Pumpkin. Hello, Power. Hello, Hoffer. Hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to turn on the stream with like the famous Digimon opening song. Do you guys know the famous Digimon opening song, Butterfly? It's so good, but apparently the real version is not on Spotify. I had a last minute like, oh, that would be really cool to do, like as I was getting ready for the stream. But apparently the real version is not on Spotify, which is weird. You've heard it before? I'm kind of, should I pull up one of the like covers? It's a cool song. It's a cool song. And if you ever go to like a Japanese karaoke place, and if you can navigate the machines, and look at the like top most requested songs on like Japanese karaoke machines, like Butterfly is always in the top 10. Hey Greg, Jojo Tana Storyland, part of the Art Peninsula. Whoa, you're creating some lore. Some geographical lore. Liked Digimon when I was young. Not being able to save your stream, but hope you have a great rest of the stream/day. Oh yeah, no problem. I always appreciate you coming in to say hi. I hope you have a great day. I used to just say hello, Joy. What happened? I don't know. You getting more and more unhinged, or maybe it means you're getting comfortable. They say Digimon Digital Monsters in the English. Is the Digimon theme song on Spotify? I bet there's covers. Maybe the real one isn't on there. I'm scared to click on a cover because like, what if it's not good? The Digimon movie soundtrack is on the is on Spotify, but not all of them. Maybe too comfortable. I don't recognize any of these cover artists. Do I dare click it? I'm scared. I don't want to start off this stream with the wrong vibe. Speaking of song requests. Oh! How do I do that? I remember you guys recommended, can I do that? Can I do it right now? I would have to share my Nightbot tab, right? Like the sound of the Nightbot tab. Okay, let me try. Okay, I won't try to set it up right now. That's a bad idea. I'm gonna like misclick something. I'll set it up for the next art stream. I promise. I promise I'll set it up for the next art stream. Let me find a Butterfly cover. I heard they're officially retranslating the 3 shows that the Digimon movie was an amalgamation of as 3 separate shows. Are they really? I would love that. I remember watching the original Digimon movie in theaters as a kid and being like, what's happening? Like, it's really cool, but what's happening? Where's the cover that I like? Do you have a cover? By Tsuko G. Oh yeah. Who has a really cute video actually on YouTube. If you search for Tsuko G, they made like a cute video for their cover song. Butterfly is a Latin American classic. I think half the population between ages 28 and 38 probably know it by heart. Whoa. When I enable song requests, you can show us. Yeah. It's Digimon Day. It's such a good song. You know it in Spanish? Oh, dang. Yeah, there's like a specific number of... There's like specific animes that are extremely popular in like South America among Latin Americans. Like I know Dragon Ball's another one. You go whoa 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 whoa. You also know O2 and Tamer? Oh, you're cooler than me. I only know Butterfly, kind of. Always gotta sing this one at karaoke. Dragon Ball is a big one, but DB is also big everywhere. That's true. Yeah, I guess Digimon isn't like that. I'm drawing Tai and Koromon. I was trying to draw something like cutesy for Digimon Day. I feel like there's always like there's like a couple kinds of Digimon fan art that I was like trying not to do because I've drawn it before. Like there's like they're all kind of like melancholy. It's usually like the character like reaching up for the Digivice. Like there's a lot of Digimon fan art that's like this, right? Like the Digivice is like this and they're like, oh, I'm losing my connection to the digital world. Like it's like that, right? Or there's like, or it's like falling. And like, it's always like blue skies and like clouds. Cause there's a lot of like falling and there's a lot of falling in Digimon. But I was like, no, this is sad. I shouldn't do that. There's people who've done better art of this than me. I'm gonna draw like a chill time. Every so often I get the urge to watch Digimon, but I don't watch much TV nowadays. Yeah, I haven't rewatched Digimon in a while. But honestly, I think I like the dub because that's what I grew up with. I think the dub is really funny. Honestly, I think American fans or people who watch the English dub, American English dub, they like Digimon for very different reasons than the Japanese fans do. Where's my reference pictures? There are animes that were big here but weren't that big in Japan, like Koni-chan and Ghost Sweeper Mikami. Oh, interesting. It's like how my sister was telling me. Wasn't my sister telling me? Somebody told me. Maybe somebody in chat told me. That Metroid isn't like popular in Japan, but it's like really popular in America, or just outside of Japan, maybe. Yeah, I've never heard of Koni-chan and Ghost Sweeper. It's a pain to find a place to watch it. It moves a lot where you can access it unless you can buy old DVDs. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I think the way I've consumed Digimon in the recent past has been like clip compilations on YouTube of just like weird dub moments. Oh, the song finished. They're like a... Okay, I'm gonna go back to the art streaming playlist. Okay, back to chill music. Zelda was never as popular in Japan and in America until Breath of the Wild. Really? I did not know that. I kind of thought Zelda was sort of like a powerhouse everywhere. That's interesting. I wonder why. I guess because of like the medieval fantasy aspect of it, maybe? I don't know. Like, was it kind of just considered too Western? That's interesting. So I'm a fake fan of Digimon because I've never played a Digimon game. I want to play a Digimon game on stream someday. I don't know which one though. Face look too... I mean, he's supposed to be a kid. Does he look too, like, baby? Kai is supposed to be, like, what? He's, like, in 3rd grade or something? How old is that? Like, 8? 8 or 9? Hey, Raga! Metroid was, like, below 1 million copies sold each game. Dragon Quest is gigantic, yes. That's true. Dragon Quest is very Western, that is true. Maybe the artist star power, the like Dragon Ball artist? The reason a lot of Japanese companies started doing games when they're more bite-sized, that they thought Japanese kids didn't have the patience for long-term gaming sessions. And then Nintendo did a couple of long session games and realized there's a bigger market for larger games. See. Interesting. Their grade is probably 8, but can be from 6 to 10. Now we ask, was Ty ever held back in school? I want to make Ty look a little bit concerned. There's like a required amount of melancholy for Digimon fan art. It's required. Can't draw his headband thingy. I was just on a stream that lasted 4 hours, so I don't think I'll watch too much. It means I watched it live. Ah. Yeah, no worries. Do what you need to do. Not that you were on the stream, making your debut as a streamer. I hope it was a good stream. How do I draw goggles? Dang these Digimon protagonists and their goggles. Causing problems for people trying to draw things. Imagine making goggles for anime characters. Anime characters and their big bug eyes. I want so bad for there to be a Digimon season where the main character, like the leader is a girl character. It's always like a boy with goggles. I want a girl with goggles. Why can't we have girl with goggles? I know half of Digimon Frontier's opening by heart. You're a Digimon fan then, right? Is that safe to say? I wish I knew the music better. I'm not as familiar with the music aside from the first one. Hello! Ray Albright, thank you for the raid. Forest raid, hello. How's it going? Thank you so much. Give you a shout out. Streaming some art. I hope you had a good art stream. What were you drawing? Also, feel free to just head out if you don't have energy to chat. That's also totally fine. But would love to hear about your art. You're melting? Oh no. Only song I know is Digimon Digital Monsters. Digimon Digital Monsters. Digimon are the champions. It's a good song though. I remember stomping around the old playground. singing that. And all the teachers probably being like, what on earth? What are they singing? The Digimon theme song was our Bibutex song. I was working on my PNG tuber. Oh, that's exciting. I'll have to check that out. You are coming to life. You're giving yourself life. I'm sorry you're melting though. It's hot out there. I mean, I guess depending on where you are. But it's been hot here, I know that. Make sure to not get heat stroke. Would you have an open casket funeral? I don't know, I haven't thought about it. Maybe it depends on how I died. Are these sideburns too long? I always thought it was weird that Ty has like crazy sideburns. I don't know why. Why does he have crazy sideburns? Staying in mostly, yeah, that's the play. I'm kind of thankful I'm sort of an indoor person anyway. I don't really have the urge to go outside. The only thing that tempts me to go outside is getting like a little snack. I'll come to life, yes. Do you have a different like, are you using a different avatar right now to stream, or are you just streaming without any without a representation? Is this gonna be your first PNG tuber? I feel like I'm drawing his sideburns weird. He looks old. Make this like less old looking. How do I make sideburns less old looking? Maybe if they're like curved in a bit, looks a little less weird, like old man, like ear hair. I have a placeholder which is just a shape. Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair. Well, I'm excited for you to gain your new body. That's so exciting. You know what's cool? What's cool? The refrigerator? It's your first, by the way. Ah, yeah. Exciting. What's cool, Greg? The Arctic? We got the Japanese opening for Digimon, but the Western opening for Pokemon, like the best version in each instance. Oh, yeah. You like the Western? You like the Western Pokemon? I actually am a little bit partial to the Japanese Pokemon opening. If anyone hasn't heard it before, I turn it on. I just realized, I've been doing art streams for a while, I just realized I can like I can control the music. I just realized. Maybe this is our way we can do song requests. I'll just manually put stuff on. Alright, let's put on the Western one, cause that popped right up. Oops. Oh my god. I wanna be the very best. Ba, ba, ba. Real test. Wait, if any Digimon fans come into the stream right now, I'm gonna get harassed. What is this blasphemy? The power that's inside. We accept both Pokemon and Digimon fans here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know the Pokemon opening by heart as well. My heart's so true. And I'll teach you. Oh. But you know what's kind of sad though? Like nobody knows who the artist is, the band who made this song. Like nobody knows who it is, right? Does anybody know who they are? I've looked it up before, but it's like not a name that's like a household name, you know? Which is sort of a shame. I remember my sister watched both Pokemon and Digimon, but I missed Digimon during my childhood. Ah, it's so good, man. It's so good. I like both a lot as well. I think they both have their charms. Digimon was really like, I don't know, formative for me. It like was like the first time I had watched a story where I was like emotionally invested, you know? Where like each of the kids had like a backstory. Catch 'em all. Have you heard the bridge? Gotta catch 'em all. Have you heard the second verse of this song? There's another verse. Bless this band. I hope they're doing well. I wonder if they're allowed to perform it at their shows. I feel like I made Ty's face look kind of weird. I don't know what it is. Is it too big? His eyes are too big? Yay. Play the, what's the Japanese opening? We can compare. Spotify has chosen the Backstreet Boys as the next song. Greg knows a different version of the opening. Oh, which version do you know? Okay, I'm sorry, Backstreet Boys. Let's, oh no. Oh, is the Japanese version not on Spotify? Huh. Yo. Yeah, this is not it. Oh, I like these openings. I want it that way. I can't listen to the song without... Here, I'll go back to my playlist. I can't listen to the song without thinking about the meme that everybody like redraws about like trying to find the criminal, the bad guy, who's like also a good singer, I guess. The opening in Spanish. Is the Spanish version of the Pokemon opening on Spotify? Pokemon, Spanish. Pokemon in Spanish. There's a playlist called Pokemon in Spanish. Oh my god, is this it? It's called Tema de Pokemon. Whoa! Oh, it's like the same song, cool. One, two, three's from Journeys. It's so good. I love 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's like a little chorus. Pokemon. Oh man, person singing so good. Well, they did the whole like first movie, the polka raps in Spanish. They did the whole first movie soundtrack in Spanish. I wish I knew this and... Oh, what? Okay. I gotta play some non-Pokemon. I feel like I'm gonna get I'm gonna get yelled at. Spanish are dedicated for real. No, yeah, seriously. I should have put together like a Digimon playlist. That would have been good. Okay, how do I draw Ty's stupid hair? His hair is so big. Also, his hair would like cover the... Ear should not be here. Oh, I've run into anatomy issues already. Wait, where's my 3D thing? I don't know how to make the... You know these 3D things that like, see, this is my like guide that I was using that Clip Studio provides. But it's hard to translate this to like anime characters with their tiny necks. Is there a Digimon playlist? Maybe I can turn on a Digimon playlist, but it's gonna be, I don't know if it's... It might be hard to listen to while I'm also talking. I guess I could just not talk. I could just not talk and just let you guys listen to Digimon music without me yapping away. Ba-da-bum. Yeah, but I need to come up with more Digimon fan art ideas. Like all my, like, I've drawn Digimon fan art a couple of times in the last like couple of years. And it's always been like, you know, Tai and Agumon or Tai and Koromon just like hanging out, you know? I need to like think about like what are my favorite scenes. I'm gonna be going, my internet is unspeakably bad. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Have a nice birthday. Oh, thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Greg. I hope your internet gets better. How do I draw his hair? I should draw some of the other kids once in a while. I've had this like postcard series, Digimon postcard series on my Etsy for like years. And it started out, and they're supposed to be kind of like, it was sort of a fun art experiment where it is supposed to be like kind of like a pixelated painting. That was like a fun style to like try. And I did it a couple times with Like I started out with a tie painting and a matte painting, and then I was gonna do all of the kids, the Digimon Adventure kids, but I ended up doing like a Joe and Mimi one, like in one, like they were in one picture. Then I never did the rest, and then it's been like years. I need to like complete the collection, so I need to do a TK and Kari one and a Sora and Izzy. I think when I was a kid, Izzy used to be my favorite. Because I thought he was like so cool, because he's like so smart and like nice. And I kind of thought that like Matt and Ty were like a little bit annoying. I guess like from the perspective of a kid, that's how I felt. Oh, I has this like inner but now that I'm older, I kind of like I'm like back to, or not back to, but like Ty and Matt now, because I think they're more interesting characters. Yeah, but as a kid, I guess I thought about like the way I thought about characters that I liked was which one I wanted to be my friend. And now that I'm older, I think about like which one I think is an interesting written character, which is maybe a little bit sad. No. A little bit sad to like change the way I think about characters. I don't know. Ty's wearing cargo pants. How do I draw cargo pants? This, I guess. Okay. I think this looks okay. Can't tell if the arm anatomy is like alright. Seems okay. Yeah, this needs to be a bit like make that longer. Okay. Koromon. Sleeping Koromon. Koromon is so cute. But I think my favorite of the rookies is Motimon. Like he looks like, or let's see. He's like this. I can't remember what he looks like. And he's got like the cat mouth. And he goes, Motimon. Motimon. I love the dub. Pink soccer ball. How do I draw you? Yeah, this looks cozy. Cozy, I think. I want to be too... trying to practice getting faster, so I don't want to be too detailed about lines. Keeping it kind of rough is good. Okay. I think this is good. Does the arm need to be longer? I can't tell. Move the elbow up a bit. Is this too long? I can't tell. This too long. Maybe this is fine. Okay. And I'm a little bit sleepy. I stayed up till 2 a.m. last night. Partially because I drank a bunch of tea. So, which is my fault. I need to get better at not drinking caffeine like in the afternoon or evening. But I did do it. I partially could not sleep, but it was also partially because my friend I guess My Hero Academia, like the manga finished, and I kind of dropped off on it. Like I had kept up on the anime when it first came out, basically up until last year, I think. Like I'd been keeping up with it for a long time, but then at some point I was kind of just like I don't dislike My Hero Academia. I appreciate it, but I was like, I don't know, I'd rather watch other stuff. So I wasn't really keeping up. So finally I asked my friend, like my friend was kind of messaging me, and he was like, oh man, like so much stuff is happening in My Hero. You know, let me know if you get a chance to watch it. And then I was like, you know, you can probably just like tell me. Like I think at this point I'm not gonna watch it. So feel free to like rant about it if you wish. And he was like, okay. And then we stayed up till like 2 a.m. because he was messaging me like, he was like telling me all this stuff. And then I was like, what? No way. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And he kind of like gave me a selection of the like really good like manga panels and stuff. So I didn't even have to read it by myself. I got like the like a nicely curated like abridged version. Gonna go to sleep, but drop a follow. Be right back. Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you, Ray. Please have a good night. Sure you're tired from your streaming. Hope to see you around. Thanks so much. But yeah, we were discussing. It was kind of fun because I had been up to date with a lot of the story conflicts, I guess, that hadn't been resolved at the time that I had dropped off from the show. And so he was kind of telling me like, oh, this is how this ended up. And I'm like, huh, interesting. Like the whole thing with Endeavor, if anyone's familiar. I don't know if people watching are familiar with My Hero. But there's a very problematic character who basically he like abused his kids. Like he was like He's like, I'm gonna make my kids the best heroes ever. And then he was like, you need to train until you're like dying. You know, he was a horrible dad, but he was like one of the top like heroes in Japan or in the world or something. So he's like very well respected professionally, but he's like a terrible person familially, and I think he like really messed up his wife too. But he kind of had like a redemption, I guess. Like he was sort of like, I'm sorry for being a terrible person. And yeah, and I think the fandom was kind of mixed about that. And I think the series is also kind of mixed about it too. So I don't know. That kind of ended up in like an okay resolution, I guess. I'm not sure. And then there's this other thing between these two characters who were like kind of frenemies. Himiko and Uraraka. Uraraka is one of the good guys. She's like friends with the main character, and she's just like an overall. She's like a good girl. Like she's a nice person. And then like this bad guy, I guess, kind of takes a liking to her, and they're similar age. They're both like high school girls. One of the bad guys takes a liking to her, and then I don't know. There's sort of this like back and forth like frenemy thing. And it's sort of like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, like that's like a common thing in shonen, but now it's like between two girl characters, you know? But it's also like the bad guy character, she is like a mass murderer. Like she is not a good person. But then they're like flirting. I don't know, it's like interesting. It's weird. It's kind of weird. I mean, maybe flirting is too strong of a word, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. So that was kind of interesting to hear how that was ending up. What else? Oops. I feel like I keep making this eye too big, and I don't know why. But yeah, but it was interesting to see how the main characters like arcs sort of ended up, and how the bad guys got defeated. Saw a lot of really cool comic panels, and I was like, man, I wish I could draw like that. Gosh dang. Okay, I think we're done with line art. Good enough. I think this is... Yeah, I think this is good enough. I don't know. It's not to fuss with it too hard. Okay. Oh. Why's goggles have like this glass thing? This? I'm fussing with the line art. Shouldn't be doing this. What else? Oh, I can talk about the concert I went to last week. It was good stuff. I went to see IU. He is a K-pop artist with an amazing voice. Oh, you know what? I'll put it on right now. I'll put on the song. Put on an IU song. This is one of the songs she performed. But she was beautiful and amazing, as expected. Um, but it's fun because when they're performing songs, the audience will do these things called fan chants, where they're like they'll sing along with certain parts of the song, or they'll kind of like chant stuff in between beats. I was not prepared. You have to like study for this stuff. But it was fun hearing the audience do it. Though I think a lot of people didn't know it either. At least our section was really quiet. But it was a lot of fun. But I thought it was really interesting that at the concert they basically had the lyrics on the screen. So like, I don't know. It was a little bit like being at church. I don't know if that's like a bad comparison to make, but the lyrics were on the screen. I don't know if they do that for the Korean concerts. Maybe not. Maybe because they expect more people to be familiar with it. Okay, we're done with the line art, I think. Do a save. And start with ooh. I really like the song, but this is one of the only ones that I know. She sang a lot of songs that I did not know, so I kind of just had to like make up for it by cheering a lot because I couldn't sing along. Which was sort of a shame because I went into the concert being like, oh, I'm gonna save my voice. Like I know her, I appreciate her songs. I'm not like the biggest fan. You know, I'll just be like politely clapping and letting all the other fans cheer. But then the section we sat in was like so like they were sitting the whole time. So like we felt we couldn't stand up because everyone else was sitting and we didn't want to like block them. So like we were like one of the sections, like the only sections in the stadium that was like not standing, and I felt so awkward. I was like, what if she's looking over here, silently judging us for being lackluster fans? And the guy I was sitting next to, he was like dead quiet the whole time. I think he kind of he was with like a girlfriend or a wife or something who's like very excited. So I think maybe he was just kind of like there for the ride to sort of see what's up. But yeah, he was like dead quiet the whole time. And I realized like halfway through the show that he was covering his ears every time I screamed. I was like, what? And then he would kind of like very discreetly like hold his hand up over his ears, and I was like, oh no. And then I tried to redirect my screaming in a slightly different direction, but still towards the stage. Okay. The end of that song. Let's go back. But then nobody else in our section knew the fan chant, so like I would just be like, blah, 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 blah. You know, I tried my best. I felt bad. I was like trying hard to cheer because nobody else in our section was really like doing it that much. We were all casuals, all of us. One thing I've always wondered about concerts, because like at our concert she was like, I mean she had a script prepared, so maybe it's because of this, because like, you know, English isn't her first language or anything, so she kind of she prepared a script, but she, you know, like I think this is true in entertainment in general. Like anybody who performs in front of an audience, people are like, hey, you know, location, hey, Bay Area, like you guys are so fantastic, the energy is like amazing, I've been to so many of these shows and like you guys are the best, you know, they say stuff like that, right? Because it's a little bit like flirting, like the entertainer audience version of flirting, right? So she did some of that too, where she's like, oh my gosh, like I thought my previous show in Chicago was so amazing, but you guys are even more amazing. And then everyone's like, yeah, you know? And I've always wondered, like, does she use the same script for like every audience? Probably not exactly the same. But she probably says similar things at every show, right? Like, we're not actually special. She says this to all the girls, I'm sure. Hey Wizvander, I've only ever said completely original things nobody has said before when I'm flirting. Yeah, but it's like, you want to believe I mean, Oshinoko was right. You want to believe the lies. That's what being an idol is. Something like that. But she even did this thing where, like, this is the part where I really, like, questioned myself. Because, like, I think, like, the second to last song, she, like, appeared in this really beautiful dress, like, for like, her last costume change. Or I guess second to last costume change. And she was like, you know, I've been saving this dress. Because, like, I was wondering, like, I really like this dress. And I was wondering, when should I wear it during the show? And I was thinking that maybe I should wear it for the last show in LA because, you know, it's like the end of the tour. But, you know, because of your energy, like, I decided to wear it at the last second for this show. And then I was like, yeah! And I was like, whoa, really? I was like, you mean, was this not planned all along? Like, did she really change her mind? Am I special, really? It makes you think. I always wondered about this. And then, so then, yesterday? No, a couple days ago, Betty Bach was at, my mod and my sister, Betty Bach. She was at the LA show for IU. And then I messaged her and I was like, did she say all the flirty things? Did she say that for you guys too? And then Betty was like, oh yeah, she did. Apparently she said, like, oh, you guys are louder than my fans in Korea, like my concert in Korea. And then Betty was like, I was at that show, you liar. That's not true. But, you know, it's part of the show, the flirting. I've always had a hard time with the stage flirting. I think I just have a hard time with anything that says cheer now. Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of wonder if they also have a hard time with it. I'm sure they kind of, I wonder if they, at least at first, like, struggle with feeling a bit disingenuous, because it is part of the performance. So you kind of have to do a little bit of a mind shift of like, yeah, this is part of the act. But yeah, I wonder if it's hard for the performers too. I don't know. You also have to come up with like interesting things to do each time for that audience, because like there's a lot of fans who will go to like every show, right? Like they're really like super fans, like, so they'll know. So you can't just like say the same thing over and over again. And then at the same time, there's like fans who are like, oh, I got my IU tickets, you know, my Taylor Swift tickets. Like, this is the only time I'm ever gonna see her. And so it's like super special to me, right? And so you want to make that experience special for those fans too. So they come away being like, you know, not feeling like they saw like a jaded version of their, of their like, you know, idol. I don't know. I'm sure it's a hard balance to strike. But yeah, speaking of the cheer now, there was like explicitly, like on the lyrics that were on the screen, there were like explicitly times where it was like, cheer now! And then we all did it. Part of the fan chant. I don't know. Maybe it's like a K-pop like concert culture thing. It's interesting. I'm sure part of the reason was the language barrier too. Like it's a little bit harder to connect, maybe like make jokes and chat with an audience that speaks primarily a language that you are not well versed in. So I'm sure that's part of it. I don't know. Yeah, but I've always wondered about that, how they kind of design that experience. The one thing that was interesting though, in terms of like artist-audience interaction, this is I don't go to a lot of concerts, but this is the first time that I'd seen this. Like her encore was like a song request session. So So like she finished the concert, right? And everyone's like, ah! And then, you know, cheering like, ah you, because we all knew like she would stick around for an encore. And then, you know, the band came back up on the stage and like, and everything. And then she came back up on the stage in like more casual clothes. And yeah, and apparently her encore was like, she was basically like, yeah, I don't have any songs planned, like any song requests out there. And people, the fans came prepared. They were like, they had signs with song names on them. I was like, oh, I guess this is a thing that she does. So she would like look, so the stage lights kind of came on and like people held up their signs and were like, wah! And then yeah, she kind of like looked around and was like, oh, people, you know, oh, people are holding up this song and this song. And she's like, why don't we do this one? And then like the band would just like do it on the fly. And like she would just sing it on the fly. And I was like, whoa. That's kind of cool. I'd never seen that before. But it was also interesting that somebody requested a song and she had to be like, oh yeah, I don't sing that one anymore, which I thought was kind of interesting. She sang a little bit of it as sort of a favor. But I guess she doesn't like performing that song anymore. The song in question was one of her early songs where she has this like very famous like high note section where she like holds a note for a really long time and like it becomes, you know, she like goes up and up. So it became a little bit of a meme, I think, at the time. She's very famous for it. I kind of wonder if maybe she got tired of like being told to perform it, you know, over and over again. Like just for that part. Yeah, but she was like, she very tactfully was like, oh yeah, I was thinking about retiring from it, you know, to give both me and you to do a break from hearing it all the time. So she was very tactful about it. Maybe it hurts to do those notes. Yeah, like I wondered if that was the case. I mean, she's an excellent singer. Like I have no doubt she has the ability to do it, but yeah, maybe it's more straining than it seems. Like she makes it look so easy. But yeah, maybe it is a strain thing. She tends to sing gentler songs now, I feel like. I don't know. Or maybe she just got bored? I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. It was kind of, I don't know, so that was kind of an interesting, like very direct, like interaction experience. Where people were just kind of like, yeah, like asking for songs and she did it. Maybe you have to pace yourself on this thing. Yeah. I don't know. And even if it like, I don't know, is she allowed to say if it's just a strain? I don't know. The entertainment industry is such a mystery to me. It's like, oh, if it's a strain, maybe she would have just said so. I don't know. I guess there's no point in what's the word? Speculating. Similar to how you might want to break up Thousand Year Door with less dialogue-y games. That's true. That's true. If I'm gonna compare myself to IU, I feel like I want to draw Ty's hair like better. Like his hair always looks so like blobby to me. I don't know why. But yeah, maybe that's just maybe it's just like a straining thing, yeah. Oh, the other thing that happened in that concert, I don't know if she's allowed, but if she was honest, it might start gossip. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe she just has to be careful. Even if maybe she just has to prepare for the worst outcomes. But the other thing that happened is, at some point during the concert, kind of early on, somebody in some like group in the audience started doing like the like, do you guys know what this is? Like kind of this like barking sound? Like I've heard it before. I guess it's an American thing. But like when people go like ooh, 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 you know, like this kind of like barking like gorilla sound. I sort of associate it with sports. But it, you know, it's like a positive thing, right? It's like a cheer. Like a rooting someone on, I guess. I don't know. I hadn't had to think about like what it means exactly until it started happening at the show, because she got like visibly like startled because it started happening, and then I guess everybody thought it was funny, so everybody started doing it. And she looked a little bit concerned, like she was very surprised, and she was like, "Huh? What is that? What is that noise?" She said this in Korean. So I understood it. Like I understood what she said, but I don't know if she. But yeah, she said she was like expressing her surprise in Korean, and then like you know, but like nobody can explain to her while she's like up on stage, right? So she kind of like kept going, and then like, you know, a break happened, so she went backstage, and like, you know, there's like a little bit of an intermission, and then like she came back out, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, while I was backstage, like somebody explained it to me, and they said it was a good thing." And I was like, "Oh my god, oh no, she thought we were doing something weird." I associate it with sports. Sports are too energetic for me. Yeah, it's a bit macho, you know. It's like it's a macho cheer. But yeah, but she was like really surprised by it, and then like I guess somebody explained to her backstage, and then she was like, you know, happy with it. But then I realized too, as like a Korean person, like the ooh 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 sound, it sounds very similar to booing in Korean, so I think that's maybe what she thought was happening, and she was like, "Are they booing me?" Because in Korean, to boo someone, you go ooh ooh. So it's sort of like a slowed down version, I guess, of the like ooh 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 ooh. And so she was like, "What? Hey, Fainate! Salutations! Just followed, so new to stream. Really dig your vibe and like your model. Gives me Chalk Zone vibes." Oh, thank you so much. I have never seen Chalk Zone. Maybe I should go see it. I feel like this has been mentioned a couple times. Chalk Zone a show? Google it real quick. Chalk Zone. I'm so old and I don't know things. Oh, it's a Nickelodeon show. This must have been after my time. Oh yeah, 2002. Oh, this looks cute. Liking the art so far? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're just chilling. Slowly coloring. Thanks so much. Enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoy this stream. Chalk Zone was from when I was a kid. Ah. Yeah, I miss this. This is not something I'm familiar with. I have sensitive hearing, so I don't like loud noises. Yeah, my husband and I always take, see, this is how old people we are. We always take one of those, like loop earplugs. So they're not like fully earplugs, but they kind of like dampen sound. So you can still hear, but it quiets things. We always take those to concerts because we want to preserve what hearing we have left. Your model does give those vibes. Oh, okay. Yay. I think that's a compliment. Fellow drawing based cartoon. I don't know what I'm doing with the coloring though, by the way. I feel like I'm coloring in a very different manner than I usually do, and I don't know why. That's okay. We'll try something new. Always experimenting with trying to draw fast. Gotta go fast. What else happened? Yeah, I think that was kind of the major stuff for the concert. Oh, we all got presents too. Like once you got to your seat, there were like there was like a little like goodie box at each seat. So I got some like free merch. It was personalized to the location too. It was like, you know, specific to the concert area. So I guess for this tour they had like sets of merch for each location, which is cool. It was like a little like a magnet and like a keychain, a couple of keychains. And then IU explained that her mom, it was like from her mom. So I guess her mom like paid for it or designed it or something. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. I've never gotten a goodie bag at a concert. The idea behind Chalk Zone is that a kid jumps into a chalkboard and goes on adventures. He becomes an animated chalk drawing. Oh, that's cute. That's like me. Maybe we're part of the same, like fictional universe. Chalk Zone, the Chalk Zone, and Paper Mario and me. We're in the same universe. Just different areas. Something like that. Okay, let's finish flatting these. I want to start shading. Gotta finish flatting finish flatting the colors. He doesn't become chalk, but he draws creatures in the Chalk Zone that become animated. It's like that one guy from Naruto. The guy that was the Sasuke replacement. He like draws pictures, like creatures, and then like they come to life. He draws a little circle on the chalkboard and jumps through it. Whoa! So it's an isekai? Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! It's an isekai anime. Chalk Zone's an isekai anime. I'm sorry. It's like Doodle Bob if it were an entire show and maybe less terrifying. Kind of, well, he just doesn't die to get to the other world. Oh, that's true. I guess an isekai is... death is a requirement. I guess that's true. The creative show, I never got around to watching it, most of it, because we didn't have cable most of the time. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't have cable. Maybe it did overlap with my time, but I just didn't have the means to watch it. And my family didn't have cable either. So I feel like I would have heard my friends talk about it. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we were a little too old for it by the time it came out. I should go back and look at it. I love it when characters have drawing superpowers. That's like my favorite kind of thing. Mid-2000s. What was I doing in the mid-2000s? Or maybe all of my friends also didn't have cable. I feel like the area I grew up in wasn't particularly like, I don't know. We're just like... well, I don't know. Early 2000s, maybe? It would have been... maybe in middle school? I was busy drawing Naruto fan art by that time already, so maybe that was why. I just hung out with the anime kids and we only talked about anime. Occasionally had cable, but most of the time my parents were of the opinion that cable was too expensive. Especially with what their income was. Yeah. I think my parents came to a similar conclusion. We did have cable. We used to have cable, and then I remember my parents one day were like, we are not having cable anymore. And then we were all like, why? I wish Betty and Lois were here, because I want to know what their reaction, if they remember that. Because I remember it. It must have been like a traumatizing memory for me. Like, no cable? How could you? You know, as a kid with no understanding of like finances and the financial worth of things. I'm 26, so if you're older, then I understand if you didn't see it. Also, it wasn't like a super popular show. Ah, okay. Okay, phew. Thanks for validating that I wasn't just like totally uncool. Good to know. Parents are super early adopters of streaming media. My parents were not, but my sisters and I very quickly figured out how to find things. Don't know if that's like okay to talk about on stream. A little too offbeat to be popular. Aw, that's too bad. So it's like one of those things where if you like see somebody mention it, you're like, Chalk Zone mentioned. Oops. Sorry, I accidentally took over the topic of the stream. Oh no, don't apologize. This is basically a chatting stream. There isn't really a topic. I'm happy to chat about whatever's going on, and I really like chatting with people in general, even though I'm scared of people. So I don't know why, I don't know how that works, but I really like hearing about what you guys are interested in. I don't know, I think it's like interesting. Do not worry about it. It was very complexly animated, which was unusual. Oh. Well, now I'm curious if it was it like hand animated? Or was it like, was this when, was this around the time like kind of the like My Little Pony style animation was getting popular? I can't remember what year that was. Like the flash animation kind of ish thing. I don't know what it is. I'm fairly certain that My Little Pony used Flash. This is a free flow stream. Yes, exactly. I think it was hand animated. I don't think you could auto animate those movements. Oh, okay. I gotta learn how to do animation sometime. Maybe I should do an animation learning stream. Should I do that? I feel like I need a... I feel like that might be fun. Okay. Got Ty filled in mostly. Let's get little Koromon friend filled in. I am never gonna get back to my Harvest Moon picture that I was working on last year, huh? Was that last year? Earlier this year? When am I gonna finish it? I feel like it's so complicated that I don't know. I don't know. Like hard for me to work on it on stream. Like very daunting. Maybe because I stopped working on it. You could if you're comfortable with showing people how you learn instead of something you're familiar with. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with it. I guess I would be worried about how to make it interesting. I'd have to think about that. Like, I'm not afraid to show my mistakes, but I think, I don't know. I guess it basically would just be a chatting stream with some drawing. So maybe that's fine. Okay. Coromon is kind of pink colored. Sort of a light pink, I think. This color? Okay, that seems good. And then I think for the background, if you get the chance, watch some clips on YouTube. It's a decent watch. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Do I have a favorite anime? Ooh. I feel like the one that always comes to mind when someone asks me is Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Also called Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. It's a rom-com. And the manga is really funny. It's like my ideal, like if I drew a comic, like I want it to be as funny and well written as this comic. It's like the type of humor is exactly the kind of humor that I like. And the anime did a great job like adapting it, I feel like. But if I could, I guess if I, But I guess maybe for that one I like the manga more than I like the anime. I have to think about what I like. I was the kid that would rather play video games instead of watching TV if I could. Yeah, I guess it's the same with me, but with anime. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, Digimon's pretty up there, but I'm only really familiar with the first season. Do I have a favorite anime? I really like Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho 100. That I think is in my top 10. Like top 3 maybe. I kind of have a soft spot for these like kind of like, you know, kid sort of struggling with his adolescence and like trying to figure out his place in the world kind of thing. And the main character is just like a really sweet person who's just trying to do his best. I like Mob Psycho, and it's sort of a fun watch from an animation standpoint. Like, I don't understand the craft of animation as well as I would like, but it's a pretty cool, like, exhibition almost of, like, how cool animation can get. So I think I like it for that reason as well. But what about you, Fainate? I'm curious. I watched a lot of Digimon, not much else. Did watch a decent amount of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I also watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I feel like my memories of Yu-Gi-Oh! Have been overridden by the abridged series. They're like the characters have like the dubbed characters, the official dubbed characters, and the abridged series characters have sort of merged into one entity in my mind. Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also pretty formative for me. The abridged series is so funny. It's like one of my favorite things. It's a little the earlier episodes did not age well. I don't know if I'd like recommend going to like the beginning. Maybe watching like a clip compilation or something. But the creator has kind of, you know, the creator is like cool. Nice dude. Oh, you do know of it. Okay, cool. By reputation, but have not seen it. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely like for a specific kind of audience. I don't know. It kind of depends on whether you like rom-coms or not, I think. Top 5, Full Metal Alchemist, FLCL, Spice and Wolf, Hellsing, and Ruby. I've watched all of those except for Hellsing. Full Metal Alchemist, I also really like. FLCL was a little bit too weird for me. Maybe I watched it too young. Or like, I don't know. I remember watching it and being like, I'm scared. I don't know what's happening. And I watched Ruby. I really liked Ruby at the beginning. But I think at some point the plot got kind of slow and then I just kind of fell off and never got back into it. I don't know, maybe I should give it another try. And then I think the creator like died or something. So that was definitely, I think, a change in like the way the show felt. I haven't yet seen Hellsing, and I'm watching the remake of Spice and Wolf right now. I hadn't watched the OG one. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying learning about economics and anime girls. Yeah, but Spice and Wolf is like, like my friends pitched it to me. They were like, because I'm watching it with some friends, and they pitched it to me like, oh, you know, it's like this wolf girl travels around with this guy who's like a merchant, and they talk about economics a lot. And I was like, oh, I guess that sounds interesting. Why do so many people like it? But then you witness Hollow, like the wolf character, the wolf girl character, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why people like this character. She's very like sassy. The earlier Bridge episodes were a little problematic because they weren't expecting it to become big enough. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I think they were just kind of going riffing off of whatever was in their brain at the time. You love romance and rom-coms anime. Ooh. Go back and watch Ruby. It gets real good, both in story and animation. Is it like, do I need a... Because am I wrong in that there was kind of like a slow part? Like, should I skip that part? Or should I just like power through? Because I stopped watching like a long time ago. I'm very far behind, I think. Saw and own the original, haven't seen the new one yet. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what you think of the new one once you get a chance to see it, because like, I don't know. Like, I like the new one, but I have nothing to compare it to, so... You know. Maybe it's not as good as I think, but it seems like my friends who have watched it seem to be enjoying it. Cheeky blushes. All right, we're getting to shading time. Power through it, it's so worth it. Okay. Well, if it's still on Crunchyroll, then I have no excuse. Have I seen Ancient Magus Bride? Yes, I have. That's an interesting show. It's very unique. There's a certain crowd that says only the first few episodes of the abridged series are good, but there's always the people. We can be wary of those people. We can be concerned. Okay, this is sunlight shading, so I think we want to do like a hard orange sort of shading. This? Something like this. But yeah, Ancient Magus Bride is pretty cool. I appreciate the kind of unique storytelling in that show. It feels very much like a fairy tale. Like, it does a good job kind of feeling like that. Feeling like the source material. It's or not the source material, but like the inspirations that it draws from. It feels very like European fairy tale, the way it's told. In the sense that like sometimes characters appear and you're like, who the heck? And then they just do something cool and then they leave and you're like, oh, okay. You know, they do their like magical god thing and then they're like, all right, bye. And like there's not really like a clear sense of like bad guys and good guys, you know? There's kind of just like entities that do their thing. So interesting set of characters. Yeah, but that's a unique show. It's pretty good. I feel like I made Ty look kind of too mischievous. Mischievous. This is okay. 4 things that will get me with anime: love stories and fantasy, vampires, and a bit of tragedy now and again. Ooh. Just a bit of tragedy. I like a little bit of tragedy in my stories also, but not too much, because then I'm just like, man, this sucks. I'm so sad. I love things that deal with fae creatures and lore. Yeah, Magus Pride does a good job with that. I think the Abridged series is one of those time capsules that it really is of its time, and you can get past the dates, the dated parts. It's fun and interesting to see that capsule. Yeah. It's a very, I mean, it was a very influential, like, cultural, like, internet cultural thing, I feel like. Shade? Nose shading? Nose shading? Nose shading? Somebody once told me, cause I met somebody who likes the DBZ Abridged series, Dragon Ball Abridged, and then I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch that. They were recommending it, and I was like, oh, but I haven't watched the original, like the actual Dragon Ball, and they're like, you don't need to watch the actual Dragon Ball, just watch the Abridged. It's like you will enjoy it. It's like you will get the story from watching the Abridged series. I was like, oh. Well, that's interesting. The derivative, the fan art has surpassed the original, I guess, somehow. I don't know how true that is. I make his mouth like less mischievous looking. Not better. Give him like a cat mouth. You undo the cat mouth. This looks a little better. Started a trend of putting more effort into a YouTube video than just home videos or adding lyrics to a song. Oh man, remember when people used to put home videos on YouTube? That's wild to me now. It used to be, like, it's so true. It used to be used as kind of like a personal, like almost like a social media like storage space. And now YouTube is its own thing. That's wild to me. Oops, wrong layer. The creators intended it to be entirely home videos. Man. I wonder what the original creators are doing now. Are they still at YouTube? Have they retired comfortably? If you love rom-com, I have 2 recommendations. Love Shinobi and Other Delusions. And Morning Glories. I have not heard of Morning Glories. Is Love Shinobi and Other Delusions. Is that the Chunibyo anime? By Kyoto Animation? Because I've watched both of those and I love that one. That one's really, really cute. Where the main girl is like a Chunibyo. That one's very cute. What was her name? Yeah, but I liked the guy. It's very important that I liked the guy character. Because a lot of times you watch these like kind of more trashy rom-com shows and like the guy's just like a total jerk, or he's just like not very interesting, and you're like, why do all these girls like him? Please raise your standards, everyone. You can do better. I get really mad. I haven't heard of Morning Glories. I believe so, yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if that's the same one, I've watched that and I like it. That's a good one. Highly recommended. I second your recommendation. People found uses that weren't intended, it didn't balloon. Creators sold it off years ago and no longer work on it. Ah, okay. I mean, that's probably what I would do. If I was the original creators of YouTube, I'd be like, good luck, Google. Wrangling the beast. I give Ty like really big old anime eyes. Can I make his eyes smaller? He looks a bit too... Yeah, let me see if I can... Warren Glores is a Yuri anime. Very good, very cute. Ah, okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of it. So it must have some reputation, because I've definitely I feel like I've heard the name before. Oh, now he looks like a Professor Layton character with his like double line art. Okay. Honestly, I sell it off too if I saw the copyright nightmare. It was destined to be, yeah. Guess it looks a little bit more like him. I don't know. It was a bit too big-eyed earlier. Okay. Eye coloring. My gosh, I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. I'm never gonna finish this drawing. Goodness. Should color faster. Gotta go fast. Where is my reference picture? Okay. By the way, I was at a restaurant the other day. Okay, chat, please tell me what you would do in this situation. I was at a restaurant. And, with my husband. And then at another table, we saw somebody, a guy who was wearing a shirt. You got Moxie. Oh, thank you. I believe in myself. We saw a guy who was sitting at another table who was wearing a sweater, some VTuber merch of a VTuber that we also kind of like. Or they're like from the same company as a VTuber that we like. So we were like, oh, should we go up and say the catchphrase to him? Like, shall we signal our fellow? Should we give him a signal that we're fellow, you know, likers of this VTuber? And then we're both like, no, no, no. Like, we're both too shy to do it. We're like, you know, and we're kind of like daring each other to do it. Which tuber of the V was it? It was Fuomoko from Hololive English. So they had a Fuomoko sweater on. And Fuomoko is very cute. I actually don't watch a lot of them because they're kind of like not my style of like humor, but I respect them greatly. They seem like extremely hard workers and are very professional. So if you want like a well-produced, like professional VTuber experience, you should watch Fuomoko. Being done in an hour, not sure what to do, or not being finished by the end of the stream. That's hard. I think not finishing by the end of the stream is hard. If I could be done in an hour, I would be happy. Then I would just do another drawing. Or I'd just like, I don't know, do random doodles. I would love to draw fast enough to finish a drawing like this in an hour. Yeah, but anyway, we saw this guy, right? And he was sitting with like a couple other people, maybe his family or something. I don't know. But anyway, so we're kind of daring each other, and then in the end, we, you know, neither of us did it. But then as we were leaving, I like plucked up the courage to, like, I stopped by the table and I like leaned over and gave a wave, and I was like, I like your sweater, and then he was like, oh, thanks, and then he like went back to eating, and then I ran away. And my husband didn't see me do this because he had already like walked out the door. Oh, hello. Just a minute, please be mine. Hello, welcome. The stream is so kawaii, Desu. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're kawaii, Desu. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. Please enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoy the stream. Very cute indeed. I watch a lot of YouTube shorts of Hololive, but that's about it. I think that's actually how a lot of Hololive fans interact. Like, honestly, I think that's a lot of how I consume Hololive, is through the like clips and stuff that other people make, because there's so many of them. It's hard to like keep up with streams. So I don't blame you. Like, I think that's what a lot of people do, actually. I see girl at the Dodgers game day. I've seen clips of it. My husband actually went kind of last minute because we were both not gonna go to Anime Expo. We have gone in the past, but this year we're like, oh, I don't know. It's like we haven't gone basically since COVID started. But this year one of our friends was there, and then my husband was like, and then when the thing got announced, he was like, should I go? Because my husband really likes Gura. So he last minute decided to like go for like one day, and then like crash with our friend who was already going. And so they both went to the Dodgers. So they saw it live, but yeah, I did see the clips. It was kind of interesting thinking about all the people who were there for actual baseball, who were like, who are all these anime girls on the screen? What's happening? I wonder how that went. Yeah, kind of interesting how they kind of touch the mainstream sometimes. TwitchCon is gonna be hype. I've never been to TwitchCon. I've heard, I don't know, because I don't know a lot of other streamers, so like, I don't know what I would do if I went. And I confess that I actually don't watch a lot of streams in general. I watch basically Hollow Stars, and that's it. But I should, I don't know. But now that I have like more people who like come to streams, and now I'm like, oh, I actually do kind of know people who stream sometimes. I should like watch them more often. I don't know. If you thought you were done by the hour, would you be worried you missed something in the drawing? No, that's a really interesting question. Honestly, my first reaction is I would just be relieved. I'm like, oh my god, I finished it. And then I would like happily take a couple minutes to kind of like check it over, you know? I don't think there would be anything. I feel like it would be really hard to miss something very big in the process of drawing something. So I would mostly be like happy. I would just be like, oh man, I'm so fast at drawing. Heck yes. But yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't think there's a case where I would be like worried if I finished a drawing too fast. I would be like, yeah, I would just be like, yes. Yes. I'm a god. I'd be very proud of myself. It's so cool, making big steps for VTubers and what's possible. Yeah, like I think they're really pushing, you know, pushing the boundaries, which is fun. I did once try to talk about it at work. Because I was talking to somebody who works on something that's kind of like VTuber adjacent at work. And I was like, oh, have you heard about VTubers? And he's like, oh yeah, but they're like so niche. And I was like, you don't understand, man. They're gonna get bigger. I was like, sounded like a crazy person. I was like, you gotta be prepared. And he was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we're gonna miss out if we don't jump on the VTuber train. And then it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, so-and-so big tech company like jumps on the VTuber train like 10 years later and it's already out of fashion. You gotta get into this stuff as it's happening. Like now is the era. Okay, how the heck do I draw Ty's hair? Like, how do I shade this hair? I guess it's like sticking out, kinda. This? I don't know. I don't know how to shade his hair. This is hard. But my cheat code for this is to look up figurines of the character. If they have weird hair, look up actual 3D figurines. That usually helps. Let's see. It becomes dangerous to talk about that stuff at work because then it becomes your job to figure out how to get to it. Oh, that's so true. No, I don't want to be responsible for that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Maybe it's fine. They'll be like, oh, Joy knows a lot about VTubers. We should get her to work on the project. I'm like, no, I didn't want to do it. Actually, I don't know. Maybe that would be kind of fun. Working on like VTuber stuff. But yeah, you gotta strike a good balance between staying on the down low. I think. Depending on how much you like your job. So that's a good point. Zelda music. Hello, Zola V, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Give you a shout out here. You're doing some art. Very nice. What were you drawing? I like Digimon, but my favorite are Pokemon and Bakugan and Beyblade. I unfortunately, I wanted to get more into Beyblade, but I did not. You're drawing Hololive's Raora! Hell yeah, good taste! She's cute. Wait, I'll come back to the Beyblade thing in a second. I gotta shout out Raora. She's one of the newer Hololive streamers. They debuted like, how long has it been? Like a month ago? More recent than that? I can't remember. But yeah, she's an artist VTuber. She has a really cute model. She's Italian, I think. Seems like a really, I don't know, seems like a cool person. I haven't checked out a lot of her streams, but her character design is like really nice. Rara and Gigi are some of my faves of the newer. It's been like 2 months now. Yeah, I haven't watched too much of the new girls. I liked, when I watched the debut streams, I liked Cecilia the most. I think her kind of more, she's a little bit more on the straight man like side rather than kind of unhinged, which I like. She's a bit more low-key on the humor, but like sneaky. I don't know. I like Cecilia. My husband really likes Gigi. I like Gigi too. I think I respect Gigi. It's been 2 months. Wow, time flies. I'm a big Digimon fan. Was rewatching Digimon with friends recently. Oh, nice. I need to rewatch it. Okay, I'm gonna do something really unspeakable, and I'm gonna alter the line art because I cannot make sense of this guy's hair. I need to like make 3D sense. Like I can't just like do this without hold on. My mom doesn't bring up these things because she thinks it'd be helpful to her company. If she does, there's a good chance she gets put as the head of committee figuring out how to apply it. Oh no. They're like, you're so smart. Why don't you do it? It's like, dang it. I was telling you because I want you to do it. But yeah, welcome Raiders. Hope everything's going good. Gosh, Hololive. Okay, oh, Beyblade. I had a friend when I was in middle school who was really into Beyblade. So again, because I didn't have cable, because I think Beyblade was a cable show. It was like on Cartoon Network or something. It was, so I never saw it. Like, I don't think I've ever watched, like, episodes of Beyblade. But I basically, like, absorbed Beyblade through my friend who would just, like, tell me about it while we were at school. It's hard to watch more than a couple of streamers when a streamer often streams for an entire evening. I often have multiple going at once. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the new streamers and stuff. Yeah, I cannot watch more than one stream at a time. That's very difficult for me. I don't know how you guys do it. Okay, I'm trying to make his hair more 3D friendly. This better? Is a little bit better? Okay, this looks a bit more 3D friendly. This. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much never have watched more than once, but streaming is more often about the chatting for me. Like watching a 4-hour movie of someone talking and doing something in the background. Yeah, like I usually put it on when I'm like doing something mindless in a video game, or if I'm like working on like working on a project that doesn't require like thinking about language. Like if I'm not like reading or something, if I'm just like coding, then it's usually easier to check it out. Okay. I'm in the video game zone. I love the video game zone. I have a good time in the video game zone. Yeah, don't worry about chatting less. Totally cool with me. I tend to watch a stream, play a game, and also play like a gacha phone game at the same time because I'm kind of an iPad baby. You know, I totally understand that. I will often... Yeah, I guess it's weird that I can't watch multiple streams, but I will have like... You know, I'll have like a gacha game. I have my Tamagotchis on my desk that are, you know, beeping away, and I'll have to take care of them. Yeah, so I'll be doing like my main thing, and then like watching something, and then have my little like mini games. My mini games on the side. Cannot let my brain have a moment of silence. It's gotta stay busy. But you only focus on one at a time. Oh, okay. So it's just kind of an easier way to like jump in and out. That makes sense. Wait, so do you kind of like, do you have like all of them at like, do you like change the volume, or do you just like mute the ones that you don't, that you're not paying attention to at the time, and then you kind of like swap between them that way? Or do you kind of just have them all going? Yeah, but what is with the multitasking? Like, why are we like this? I feel like everyone I know does this. Where it's like we cannot like have downtime. So if I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 or something, and I'm just like waiting for, you know, my like dungeon queue to pop, I can't like not be doing something. It's weird. Like, I wonder why it has to be this way. I feel like it's bad for me, but I couldn't tell you why. Like, is it bad for my brain that I'm doing this? I don't know. It's TikTokification. Yeah, is it just we've trained ourselves from too much social media? Is that why? Is that really why? Like back like 1,000 years ago, were people also doing this? Or did they just kind of like sit and like watch? Like, would they have? Or they're like waiting for like, I don't know, meet up with their friend who they sent a letter to 2 weeks ago, and then they're just like, well, guess I'll just, I don't know, play my dice game, my primitive dice game. Been happening a long time before TikTok existed. Yeah, like I'm wondering how far back it goes. Like, kind of like when you see those like old articles of like, you know, I see this passed around on Tumblr every now and then, like old articles from like the 1800s that are like, kids today are being, you know, like they're reading those Sherlock Holmes books and like not reading real books, and they're gonna like be the death of culture. And then you're just like, oh. Always been like this. Gramophonication, yeah. Like talking to people on the phone versus in real life. So I don't know if that ever became a problem as much as I feel like people talk about like online socializing. Like, was that ever a thing where people were like, try not to talk on the phone too much? I don't know. Like playing music on a gramophone, yeah. Those kids and their gramophones playing that noise. Doesn't even sound like music. I don't know. I'm sure somebody said stuff like that. Okay, his hair looks a little bit more reasonable. There's no reasoning with Ty's hair. I don't think it's some giant existential threat that's gonna end society or something like that. No, I think that kind of stuff is very rare. I do think our technology has changed us. Yes, that for sure. I totally agree with you. It changes us, but we're not gonna like die from it. It's I don't know, we create like social norms and stuff around our I was reading actually like an academic article about this the other day. This is like a thing that scientists think about. Yeah, people I don't know, like you can't separate technology from people sometimes. If you're thinking about how to design technology, like build tools and stuff, you kind of have to like think about people and technology together. And not just like, what would a human being do? You have to be like, what would a human being in a certain technical context do? Like, they have certain social norms around like the internet and like other forms of communication. Like, and that really affects like the way they might interact with like a new form of communication. Which I think is very interesting. Sure, as you get older, you're changed to not need as much distraction. You'll be the person saying TikTokification, but then you term for it at the time. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what kind of grumpy old person am I gonna be? What kind of grumpy person am I gonna be? I don't know. What will be the thing when I am a grandma? I hope I'm a cool grandma. I want to be a video gaming grandma. Though I bet like there's gonna be a lot of video gaming grandmas and grandpas and grandthems in the future. Like 30 years from now, like YouTube's gonna be all people my age. Like, you know, the millennials will continue making video game content. And then like the new kids will be like, ugh, video games are so over. Everyone goes outside now. Like that's what I feel like is gonna happen. I think. I'm 31 now and I feel like an old grumpy old person more often than I like. Yeah, me too. I do feel like it hits me more than I want to. Like the thing I mentioned the other day in stream about kids calling each other chat for fun. It's like, what? Like I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just like, that's so hard for me to wrap my mind around. I'm not gonna like make fun of him for it, but I'm like, that's so weird. It's definitely not a thing I would think about. Hey, Alexander Dean. How's it going? We're talking about being grumpy old people. Maybe the world will slow down. It's gonna bug you that it's hard to find something to keep your mind active anymore. You know, I think that would be a good thing though. Like, if technology somehow, cause like I feel like nowadays, or for a long time, maybe since the beginning of time, I don't know. Like human beings have always been like, we need to figure out how to do things faster and more efficient. And then it's like, which is like good. Like that's not a bad thing. But at some point, you kind of lose the plot of like, oh, we're making this tool to like there's been a number of instances I feel like in history where it's like, there's this tool that makes things faster and more efficient, but at what cost? And it's like, oh, you know, like a low cost way of like insulating houses. And then it's like, oh, everyone's dying from asbestos or whatever. And then you kind of have to be like, okay, maybe we should not do that. You know, I feel like that's always like a thing that happens. But like, and then at some point, like maybe that'll people will start being more careful about it. I don't know. Who knows? Alexander Dean's a grumpy old person. You are in the right place. But yeah, I think that would be good if like the world in general was kind of like, if we as a human species were kind of like, hey, why don't we like think about why we're doing this? And not just look at numbers of like, it costs less. I don't know. I'm being over idealistic, I'm sure. I don't know how to color stuff. How do I color things? This is yellow. Yellow should be colored. This? Is this a good shading color? This kind of like purpley shade. This seems right. Maybe. I'm gonna try to color fast. I can't be spending so long on this drawing. Sunday Scaries incoming. No! Alexander Dean, the herald of the Sunday Scaries. I hope everyone does not get too intimidated by the Sunday Scaries. Have you ever thought about maybe the Sunday Scaries are scared of you? We have a hard time letting go of things we view as advancements or advantages until we get really pounded over the head repeatedly with negative consequences. Yeah. Yeah. It's always, I mean, I think that the thing that is human nature is that it's always more tempting to go for the short-term benefits rather than the long-term ones. That I think is a pretty like human nature sort of thing. Gotta go fast. They say an idle mind is a devil's plaything. These things go in cycles all the time. Yeah, that's true. Like, it's interesting to see how, I mean, I do feel like human culture is like a push and pull of like action and reaction. I don't know. It's been like that in the art world, at least, I feel like. Like, you get your, you know, your figurative, like, realistic art, and then everyone's like, no, I'm gonna make more, like, interpretive, like, artistic art that's, like, more exaggerated. And then you get people who are like, I'm gonna make things that don't look real at all. And then, like, you know, kind of keeps going. And I feel like that's kind of true for culture in general. Culture seems like a black hole to me. You mean like there's just like so much happening? The more I try to learn about it, how it works and how it's formed, the less I understand. Yeah, humankind is weird. We do a lot of weird things. The I don't mind phase was settled out my childhood and is very counter to the fear of instant gratification. Oh. Yeah, I've never heard the I don't mind as a devil's plaything. But you know, I also grew up in, it's probably not like a Korean immigrant thing that my parents would say. So maybe that's why. I'm sure there's a equivalent kind of sentiment though in Korean. Arts is arts. It's all valid in its own way. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just think it's interesting like how the discourse between artists just like historically has kind of driven movements, you know? At least that's what I understand from all the like museum plaques that I read. No, you go to the museum and you're like, whoa, and then like it'll sort of explain like, oh yeah, like this person was making stuff, you know, kind of in response to this other movement, and then he like got in a really big fight with this other guy because they hated each other's artwork. And then you're like, whoa. Culture is made from emotion, and emotion is hard to compute rationally. Yeah, like it's very, a lot of it is about communication. And like not in like, and communication can mean like a lot of different things. Cause you know, like skibbity toilet, right? Like nobody's gonna be like, oh, this is really highbrow culture, right? But it is culture. Like it is like culturally relevant to like, I mean, I think a particular age group, but like, it's like, it means something, you know? As much as we don't, maybe some people don't want to believe that's true. But it like really, it does like, it's like a shared like thing, a shared experience. I haven't watched Skibbity Toilet. Maybe I'll like it, I don't know. A lot of them are just trying to survive with their art, and you have to be reactionary to keep selling art that is feeding you. Yeah, like there's definitely like that, you know, you have to be a business person kind of angle. Anecdotally, I've heard a lot of artists be like, man, I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I could just draw my cool pictures. But alas, that is the reality of being alive. How do I draw these glasses? Like this, dark. This might be kind of out there, but do you know about Wolfram's concept of computational irreducibility? I do not. Please tell me about it. Is there like irreducibility? So there's like at some point where something cannot be reduced. Skibbity toilet thing is incredibly stupid, and that's the point. It's like a 10-year-old set of videos that are just incredibly stupid that if a specific country didn't ban it, no one would be talking about it. Yeah, but that's kind of like, it's these kinds of things that make me think really hard about like, what does culture mean? Like, it became a thing for a reason. I don't really have a good grasp on what that reason it is, but it is there. Like, for better or for worse, it speaks to like some part of the human experience. For some reason. Maybe this should be like a lighter blue. This? Oh yeah, maybe this is better. Okay. Hello, who are the bear? Thank you for the raid. There's so many raids today. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the raid. We are just having chill time, talking about random things while drawing some Digimon. Imagine how embarrassing that your version of the Satanic Panic is based on those videos. You're streaming some art. Very cool. Cub raid, hello. What were you drawing? But also if you have to raid and run, that's also totally fine. Please feel free to hang out and chill. If you're down to chat, I would love to hear about what you were drawing. Hope your stream went well. I'm drawing this Digimon drawing extremely slowly. You're working on custom sneakers? Whoa. That's cool. How do you do that? You have to like work. How do you work around like the 3D-ness of the sneakers? I almost said stickers. That's the wrong word. Is this the idea of of computation that can't be sped up in any way, a function that is impossible to predict without actually doing the work? Huh. I'll have to read about that. That sounds interesting. What made you think of that, Wizmender? I've already forgotten like what train of thought we left off on. My brain is so unreliable. Your art is so cute. Thank you. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Oh no. But it's gonna be worth it. I'm sure it will be worth it. Man, custom sneakers. Do you work with somebody to get them like get your art printed, or do you like make them yourself? Like paint them, or I don't know how that works. That's so cool though. How do I shade this? How do I shade this? I might have to, I really want to like, I need to time box myself. I should have started like a timer or something when I started drawing this. I think I'm gonna go kind of rough on the coloring. That's okay. Oh, you paint on them. Ah, okay. So it's not like a digital thing that you like transfer over. You like directly paint on them. That sounds scary and very impressive. I would be so scared to wear the sneakers. I'd be like, my work, all of my hard work. I'll like scuff it on a sidewalk. That's all gone. We can move on from what we were just talking about. It doesn't matter that much. Okay, like it's not that I'm not interested. It's just like drawing and like trying to talk is so hard. I think I do pretty okay most of the time, but sometimes when like the topic moves on, I like literally cannot remember what we were talking about. It's really bad. You want people to wear them. Oh, okay, good. I'd be so scared. I'd be scared. No, if I bought sneakers from like an artist like you, I'd be like, I can't. It's too precious. They worked really hard on it. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Sneaker painting. Your style is really cute. Oh, thank you. I try. I feel like I made it a little too cute. Like I feel like I don't quite have the original Digimon vibe. But that's okay. There will always be next time. I don't need to worry about it. We'll just kind of go for it. Wee ball. That's what the kids say nowadays, right? Wee ball. Thinking about culture reminded me of it. Not that it's a one-to-one comparison, but sometimes I see parallels when I'm learning about complicated things like culture that involve a ton of inputs. Ah, okay. I'll look that up. That seems like something interesting to read about. Weeball. The OG Digimon vibe is great, but seriously, oh, thank you. I'm too old for the kids. No, me too. I don't know what's going on. We're over here talking about, before you get rated in, we were over here talking about whether a skibbity toilet is like culture or not. Well, I mean, I think we're kind of thinking it is culture, but we don't know why. It's obvious that it had an impact on people. Downright greatness that should be protected at all costs. Aww. You guys are too nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad that this activity that I like drawing, that you guys like it. I've heard of it. No idea what it is. I have not watched it. I've not watched it either. Yeah, it's... I think it's a series of videos and it has maybe some kind of plot, but I'm not sure. I've only heard of it from other people talking about it. I think Wolfram believes that reality is a large computation that cannot be reduced. It's been a while since I read or listened to him. Oh, reality is a computation. Interesting. Yeah, Power's not a skibbity toilet fan, seems like. But I feel like at some point, like, is this bad? Like, that I kind of want to watch it just to know what it is? Because everyone keeps, like, it keeps coming up. It's like, I feel like I need to know. It's kind of like reading news articles about things that I actually don't really want to know about because they're sad, but I feel like I have to know. As, like, a responsible citizen of the world. More impact than culture. Oh, that's an interesting distinction. Not everything that makes an impact is culture, perhaps? Something like that. Probably not a fun topic for Twitch stat. I know you do comp sci related research, so I took a stat. No, I love learning about stuff like that. Please do not be I almost said ashamed, but I don't think you're ashamed. Don't be shy about it, I guess is what I wanted to say. It does seem like something I need to like read about to like wrap my mind around though, but it seems like an interesting idea. I like it. And the nice thing about it coming up in chat is that I can look at the VOD to like remember like what it is. I haven't seen much of them. It feels like the trend there was of stupid videos 10 years ago where it is loud and obnoxious but very short. I don't know, but hasn't that been like around anyway? Loud and obnoxious things and short things? It's like back in my day, like all those like Newgrounds, like I feel like old Newgrounds videos, like Flash movies, Flash videos, are kind of in that category too. You know? Like I don't think Flash, like the Newgrounds era was like that much better. Like they were made in Gary's mod. I still have no idea who or what the Hawk Tua girl is. I don't know what that is either. I just also wanted to say I love your model and the concept. Oh, thank you. I drew it myself. I rigged it myself. It was a lot of fun. Gotta head out now. It's 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, yeah. Please get some rest. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for the raid and thanks for chatting. Have a good night. You rigged it too? Yes, I did. I rigged it in Adobe Character Animator, which is in some ways easy and in some ways very hard. So I don't know if I would recommend it, but I have access to the Adobe suite, so that's what I ended up doing. The rigging is great. Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's never my style personally, but not bad enough to be worth banning anywhere. Yeah, like it's like, you know, it's not like it's not bad. I don't know. It's more meme culture than actual culture, which is connected but different, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah, meme culture versus culture. Newgrounds era, never thought I'd hear that name again. You have a Twitter? I see an Insta. I do have a Twitter, but I've been trying to like move away from Twitter. If you do want to follow me on Twitter, it's JoJo Story Art. I do post art on there, but I try not to be too active on there. I'm trying to reduce my my social media obligations. I'm pretty active on Insta though. Yeah, it's but it is JoJo Story Art on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of old person things, trying to move away from social media. I can't anymore, you guys. All these new things started popping up. Like Blue Sky and all this stuff, and I'm like, I can't make a new account. I'm tired. Go to bed. Oh, it's 7 p.m.? Ooh. It's like dinner time. I feel like I wanna... What's shading color? I swear if you're saying all this and you're younger than me, I will never tell! You can... I don't know if I should say my age. Is that like too identifying? I don't know. I'm 30 plus. I will say that. I'm 30 plus. I feel like I'm strictly millennial. If that helps. I don't know if that helps. This is not the right shading color. Oh, there we go. Maybe this is better. Yeah. Okay, you're younger. Okay. Yes. Old fogey status maintained. No, but I'm sure people who are older than me probably are like, what are you talking about? Stop that this instant. I've made that mistake before where I'll like be talking to like coworkers at work who are, most of my coworkers at work are older than me. I'll be like talking to my coworkers at work and then I'll accidentally be like, oh yeah, like, you know, like, oh, I don't know. I will say something like, oh, you know, young people these days, or like, you know, something like that. Or like when I was younger, when I got older, and I know, and they're all really nice about it. Like my coworkers are all really nice, but I'm sure like they all kind of like look at me a little bit like, like, come on. Have a great stream. Thank you. Thanks for coming. You know the thing you mentioned about a tech company coming into the space 10 years after the fad has died? Skibidi Toilet being banned somewhere is basically that, but with an added flair of satanic panic. Man, I was a kid during satanic panic times. Or maybe there were multiple of them. But yeah, there was definitely like a time where like I was not allowed to read Harry Potter or Pokemon. Or actually, we had to like keep it on the down low. Like my parents didn't actually care, but the other parents at church did care. So we were like not allowed to talk about it. But yeah, Pokemon was like a bad thing. Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons one was I think like an earlier version of it, and then there was like a second one with like Harry Potter and Pokemon when that thing was happening. That was the one that I witnessed. I'm 26 and I also say that. Yeah, but it's fair. Like I think like I don't know. I don't think it's bad to say it even when I guess we joke about it, but everyone's always learning stuff, you know. I think it's good to talk about like what you feel like is different based on an earlier time in your life. As I said, from Texas, so feel that satanic panic very much. Took a lot longer to fade out from here. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, I don't recall it being too long-lived. I grew up on the West Coast, so it wasn't too long-lived from my memory. But also, like, maybe I also don't remember it too much because, thankfully, my parents personally weren't like, oh, we have to throw out all your books and your Pokemon stuff. Like, they let us keep it. I think they felt like it was too much of a financial waste. We didn't have that much Pokemon stuff in the first place, so I didn't feel too much. But I think I knew some kids who were very much, like, affected by it, which is sort of sad. Satanic panic is basically a TikTokification, but with a moral justification thrown in. Whoa. I feel like we're getting to the part where I don't know enough about TikTok to be able to like agree, like think about whether I agree with that or not. I don't know, it's always something, isn't it? It's always something. Figured West Coast, you got that vibe. I got the West Coast vibe. Whoa. I've never been told that before. I guess because, well, I guess I mostly hang out with people from the West Coast. That's cool. That's funny. I wonder what gives it away. I'm curious now. Curious. What's my West Coast vibe? Oops, wrong layer. Gotta give Koromon some blushies while he's sleeping. A very subtle, like, blush. Okay. Do I have a West Coast accent? Is that a oh, I mean, it must be a thing. Why wouldn't it be a thing? I've always wondered about that. Like, do I sound West Coasty? I am Asian American. I've heard people say that Asian American people, like people who grew up with like you know, East Asian immigrant parents, like we have a certain way of talking. And I kind of know what people are talking about when they say that, but I don't think I have that accent. I think I have a different accent, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell on myself. Basically, the current one is we're getting shorter attention spans because people watch short form content. Oh, I see. Never mind that people said the same things about YouTube when I was a kid and about music videos when my dad was a kid. Yep. And about Sherlock Holmes novels. Back when that was a thing. Okay, I think we got basic shading down. We're nearing the end. We're nearing the end. It's something in the voice, but it's not heavy like California Girl, but it's noticeable. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna go ask my husband what he thinks my accent is, because he's not from where I'm from. I'm gonna ask him. But he's also not from the United States, so he might just be like, you just sound American. Okay, how do I color grass? Grass. No, I want like a more blue shade? More blue. Blue? This? Seems nice. It's funny to me how people are panicking about short form content when I'm watching like 3-hour streams all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I find it very hard to panic about things like this. Except for maybe like AI stuff. But that's for different reasons. That's like I panic more from the like not because it exists or not because of the output, but because of the input problems. But yeah, but other than that, like I don't know. I'm always like something it will like pass. I guess I do have some existential dread regarding like global warming and stuff, but don't we all? Oh man, this is a bummer. I shouldn't be talking about global warming on stream. But yeah, I didn't realize people were panicking about short form content. I guess the attention span thing I have heard. I vacationed in a lot of states down south, so it's little stuff that sticks out. Oh. Okay. That's so interesting. Oh, now I want to do like a game. I want to like go on like go on one of those like game shows where you're like hidden behind a curtain. Is there a game show like this? Probably not. Where like people like guess what your accent is, like where you're from. Hello, not just. Welcome, welcome. What's that weird creature? The weird creature is a Digimon. His name is Koromon. He is I don't know how to describe him. He's just a pink, I mean, he's exactly what you see here. He's like a pink ball with ears. I'm trying to draw grass. Does this look like grass? It will look like grass shortly, I hope. I need to make it a little bit more textured, maybe. But yeah, he's these guys are like Koromon's kind of like he's like this character's partner. So kind of like how Pikachu's sort of like Ash's partner, like main Pokemon. This is Koromon is Ty's, well, only Digimon. They don't really have like multiple things going on. Yeah, this is his low energy form. It's his baby form. He's a baby. He turns into a dinosaur, yes. You love Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon was never my thing. Do you think is that the big three from back then? Is Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon the big three? The big 4 kids 3? And then like that was like the topic of conversation on the playground, like which of these 3 do you like? And like why is one of these better than the other ones? This looks like grass. It's fine, you're a VTuber. We know you don't trust grass enough to know what it looks like. Aw, damn! I have to look at pictures of grass to understand what grass looks like. I'm just gonna do it roughly. That's my excuse. Cause I gotta finish this. Gotta finish this dang drawing. It's the big 3. Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had the best show. Pokemon had the coolest cards. And Digimon? I think Digimon had the coolest toys actually, with the like Digivices and the digital pets. I think by far like Digimon had the coolest toys. I think even non-Digimon fans can acknowledge that, maybe. Maybe? Pokemon over the years. Played a lot of Pokemon, been collecting the cards. Yeah, the cards have definitely gotten cooler. I want to enter the Pokemon card art contest one of these days. I keep missing the deadline. Cause like I hear about it getting announced and then I'm like, oh, I should think about what I want to draw, and then I like don't do it. Draw some like shadow of the grass sticking out. This, I think. Seems good. Pokemon did have good video games, that's true. I wish they would let the developers like not have to crunch all the time. Just let them make their cool game. Do I have any cards? I do. Yeah, I've done not too many. Like I mean, I have like, you know, all the cards I had from my childhood. Like they're somewhere in my parents' house. There's those, but like I've done a couple of card opening streams. And so if you're interested, you can see that on my YouTube, my VODs. But yeah, I've opened a couple. What were I opened a bunch of 151, and I opened a bunch of what was that Scarlet Violet set? I can't remember because there was a Scarlet Violet set that had a really nice like Mew like special illustration card. That I was gunning for, and I ended up getting it. I can't remember what the set name is now. All I know is that I had a cool Mew card. And I ended up getting it graded. It's a mint 9. It was expensive though. It's expensive getting it graded. I don't know if I want to do that like multiple times. Yes, Paldean Fates. That's right. That's right. Did you know Digimon was made to sell the Digivices? Similar to how the He-Man was made to sell the action figures. Oh, I believe it. I mean, I'm sure I think Yu-Gi-Oh was made to sell the cards also. I would guess. Or did it exist beforehand? I should know this. I call myself a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. If you like Digi, you were more into sci-fi. I feel like Yu-Gi, you're more into fantasy. And if Pokemon gave you both. Yu-Gi had best cards, Digimon good toys, Pokemon video games. Do I have a Discord server? Yes, that's right. Yeah. Power did the command. I do have a Discord server, yes. But I'm scared of people and I don't want to moderate it. So there's no like chatting or anything. It's just announcements and stuff. So like when I'm going live or like if there's changes to schedules and stuff like that, which people have said is useful. So I tried to become not scared. This looks like grass. Looks like grass? I think this looks like grass. Okay. I think we're getting into the touching up phase now, which is my favorite. Why do you have such great art but then a simple tuber? Because I'm lazy. That is the short answer. I am lazy. I thought about like this VTuber. I made the drawing first. Here's the backstory. I made the drawing first and like rigged it up because I wanted to like surprise my coworkers. So I started going to meetings with this. Like back in COVID days, I started going to meetings with this on because I got tired of being on a webcam all the time. So I made this and then like entered my meetings. Everyone thought it was great. And then I was like, hey, maybe I should use it for streaming. And then I don't know. I think I waited like a little while. And then I was like thinking about it. And then I was like, okay, well, if I want to use it for streaming, I should probably like color it. But then I decided not to color it. And then I was like, I don't know what I would color it. Like I drew this very cartoon looking drawing and I don't know how to color it. So then I came up with this idea of it being like a paper drawing, which is essentially what happened. And yeah, so it's easy. It was easy. It's charmingly simple and a little silly. It's definitely unique. Oh, thank you. Hello, Varchiel. Thanks so much. Yeah, so I don't know. You're not an affiliate. Nah, I do not want ads on my stream. I do not need, I'm doing this for fun. Like I do not need like income from this stream. Like I just like drawing and talking about video games. So that is, yeah. So I really, really, really did not want ads. So I can do affiliate, but I just was like, nah. No. I like the ads are really, I don't know. Like I find it really, and I know there's like ways of getting around it and stuff, but I don't know. I just didn't want to bother with it. So yeah, very, very chill. You're actually the first streamer to get my username correct first time. Really? All the books I checked out on angelology when I was like in 5th grade paid off. It's literally free money. I know, but the ads, it's just not a good trade-off for me. No. 50 bucks? Wait, I didn't know that. No, wait, really? Is it really 50 bucks a month? That seems like a lot. For any affiliate? Don't you have to be like good? You know the origin too? That's actually shocking. Wait, really? I don't know, man. I liked reading about angels as a child. Sorry, I missed a message. Let's see. A few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before they made the card game as kind of a pilot. Ah, right. Yeah, there's the original, the evil version of Yu-Gi. Yeah. They're very weird. Kaiba with green hair, yeah. I haven't researched it in a while, just heard from mouth, can Google it for you. Oh, that's okay. I can take a look. I mean, if it is like $50, that's like kind of tempting actually. It depends on your viewership and who subs. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, this is not something I want to because like I explicitly do not want to become a big streamer. Like that scares me. I want to be like, I want to be a small streamer forever so I can just have like fun little chats with people and like talk about video games and like not worry too much about like moderating things. No, I don't. I honestly do not. Yeah, I know that's kind of weird, but I like really, I do not want to become famous. Don't tell anybody about me. Do not tell anybody about me. I just want it to be chill. Like this is literally like my, like I look forward to this as like, this is like me hanging out with friends kind of time. Like, I guess that's kind of a parasocial thing to say, but it's, you know, it's like, it's relaxing is what I mean to say. I want it to stay relaxing. It is peculiar, I know it's weird. Small streamers are the best streamers? Yeah, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. It's more fun, like when you can actually keep up with the messages and stuff. Like I think the only reason I would want to become big, okay, I do have a secret dream, which is, if I were like a HoloStar streamer or something, or HoloLive, sorry. If I was a HoloLive streamer, and I had like a big audience, my one goal would be to have a Tamagotchi like branded after me. Like kind of like how Picora from HoloLive did. That's the only thing that I would want from becoming a big famous streamer is that I want Tamagotchi merch. I want to become a Tamagotchi. That's my dream. I'm sure your job pays enough that Twitch wouldn't be worth it unless you were actually big. Yeah, like I'm fairly comfortable with my, like I have a job that I love and that like, you know, is pretty decent. And so like, I don't really need it. So the extra stress is sort of, I don't know. Oh, the taxes are a pain in the butt? Oh, I can imagine. If you become big enough, you can get energy drink flavors named after you. I guess, okay, you're adding another dream to my list, which is doing a collab with like a boba brand. Having drinks made in my name. But I can just do that at home for pretend. Hehe. I can make up my own boba drinks and drink it myself. There's nothing wrong with being a small streamer. Love the more personal environment, have better conversations in small streams. Yeah, I think so too. That's what I like about it. I don't know. Completely understandable. Like Markiplier was super upset when he got famous. He knew the experience with the community would never be the same. Oh man. I actually have not followed Markiplier. I'm ashamed to admit. I know he's a cool guy. Everyone, I think he's well liked. I haven't watched any Markiplier streams, which is kind of weird because I really like watching. He does a lot of horror games, right? Which I actually really like watching. I like watching horror games. But I have a Shy Lily energy drink. Wow. Gamer Sup's energy blowhole blast. That's a wild name for a drink. That's so funny. Oh, I actually turned down the opacity on my marker. I was like, why is my marker brush so transparent? Okay. You're basically self-employed, so you have to do the most tax paperwork yourself, like a small business. Why is it wild? I don't know, blowhole blast is funny sounding, that's all. I'm not making fun of it. I think it's a great name. I hope that's clear. I mean, part of it is because I'm not familiar with like I know who she is, but I haven't watched any of her streams, so I don't know her vibe. But she kind of came across to me as like, I don't know, you look at her and you're like, oh, cute anime girl who's like very like nice. And then it's like blowhole blast. They have weirder names. All right, I can link the site in chat. Yeah, sure, I can, let me, what's the command for this again? She's an orca model, yeah. Orca model. Honestly, probably don't do it unless you're getting numbers that would probably get you a partner. Yeah, I think unless it's like kind of naturally happening, I don't think I'll consider it. But I don't know. Yeah, never know. Let me blast my blowhole. Right. Yeah, it's the orca joke. It's powder you mix with water. It tastes good. Ooh, that sounds convenient too. That sounds convenient. Okay, we're getting into touch-ups time. I guess it's good I'm not like being too. I'll be sketchy with the shading. Welcome to JoJo's Story Stream, where we are sketchy. You can get a free sample. Are you American? I think they ship from Florida. Whoa. Yeah, I do live in the US. Cheap shipping. I can try the Shy Lily energy drink. I have never had an energy drink. Will I die? I don't think I've ever had an energy drink. Now that I think about it. Will I perish if I drink one? You get 4 random samples. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I've never thought about having an energy drink. I always get like lemonade or something whenever I get a drink from somewhere. Do I drink coffee? I guess I do drink coffee sometimes. It does kind of mess me up though. In a serving, there's 100 milligrams of caffeine. How much does like decaf coffee have? Because I get like really shaky. If you don't have one, drinking it will make one. No! And then I will be like Shy Lily. Maybe that's the goal. Oh my god. I need to... Yeah, how do these goggles work? Okay, they're kind of like this. Okay. There's caffeine-free ones too? Ooh. All taste. No energy. Probably will give you anxiety for a bit. Wait, the drink gives you anxiety? But I already have anxiety. Is it gonna get double anxiety? Turn everyone into Shy Lily. Can I get the link thingy so I can send the sample? I mean, sure. I can look it up in the, I can look it up later after the stream. Free trial sample packs. Not just, are you a GamerSupps representative? Or do you just really like the, energy drink? If you get shaky from coffee, I wouldn't drink an energy drink. Oh, okay. You love GamerSupps, but no. Oh, okay. Just checking. They have a flavor called titty milk? Oh, God. Goodness. Decaf is from 2 to 15? Okay, I'm gonna die if I drink this energy drink. It's like blue raspberry. J Schlats. Okay, so are all the flavors like collabed? Like, are they all like, are a lot of them like collaborations? Because that's kind of cool. They figured out their like marketing strategy for sure. Get all the streamer fans to buy. Oh, J Schlatt owns the company. Ah. Okay. Well, like, I see. Well, good for them. You should look at some flavors. They are unique and fun. Yeah, I'll check it out after the stream. Thank you for sharing that. You'll probably feel like you're dying, but you'll come out the other end fine unless you have heart issues. I don't know if I want that. I'll enjoy the flavor names maybe. I don't know if I want to drink it. Maybe I could get like a sample and then like drink a little bit of it or something. It'll make me feel like absolute garbage. Oh no. You're literally addicted. You have 3 tabs. Oh gosh. That's a lot of energy drink. What are you using all that energy for? Gaming, I guess. I guess that's the answer. It's always been gaming. Okay. I think we're done with the basic shading, so now I'm gonna go in and kind of paint in like reflective light and then color in the liner, and then I think we will be good to go. just do a little bit of like, oops. That is a lot of energy drink. Yeah, I never really got into coffee either. Like I know people can get pretty addicted to coffee, but like thankfully I didn't start drinking it until pretty late in life, and so I didn't have much of a habit. Like I drink it occasionally just for like the taste, but I don't really need like caffeine to function, thankfully. But it does mean like, you know, when I go out and get a drink for fun, like I will get like very shaky. I have low tolerance, and I would like to not be shaky after drinking a nice tasty drink. I'm gonna cut down on caffeine a little because my heart rate is high enough at the end of the day. Your heart rate has been high for 10 minutes at rest. Oh yeah, that should not be happening. Yeah, I think in general caffeine is good to cut down on if you're having problems. Can of Mountain Dew is 54 milligrams. Holy mackerel. Yeah, I never was much of a Mountain Dew person either. I don't know. I don't drink a lot of never drink a lot of like soda-y stuff. Like I don't like carbonated stuff in general, because I get all like burpy. That's like not comfortable. I don't know. A sample you want to put in 8 ounces of water, but I like to put more because there's a bit of a strong aftertaste. Dang. Thanks for the tips. Coffee affects people in different ways. It doesn't give me any energy. I just end up feeling really fidgety. Yeah, same thing. Like I will do it. I keep thinking like, oh, I'm really tired. I should drink some coffee. Like if I had like a late night or something, or like I don't know, if I had to get up really early, I should drink some coffee. But then I just feel like, yeah, I just feel kind of like fidgety and like a little bit cranky, which I guess is maybe how some people get their energy. But like, I forgot I was doing shading. Okay, I'm almost done with this drawing. I'm so happy. Soda burps when they go up your nose. I know. When you're trying to like talk, and then you're like burping away. Embarrassing, I tell ya. Embarrassing. Non-decaf is 100 milligrams. Oh, okay. So even with non-decaf. Right. Hi. I love the art, by the way. It feels very 90s in content and the colors being used. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I don't know. I'm very trying to see if I can be like true to the original vibe without taking it, but not like copying it, you know? I don't know. Every drawing is just kind of like an attempt. And there's to varying degrees of success. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. People with ADHD get a little caffeine often feels like it focuses them instead of giving them energy. Huh. You're lucky. I need to drink like 200 and 300 milligrams of caffeine. I guess the more you drink, the more you need. Yeah. I mean, that is like, I guess that's kind of how addiction works. But yeah, like I think as long as it's not like, you know, as long as you're not giving yourself heart problems or whatever, like do what you need to do. Lower caffeine, it puts you to sleep. Oh. Yeah, just make sure you're not giving yourself heart problems. But other than that, you do you. Yeah, everybody take care of yourselves. I think that's another thing. I mean, speaking of being an old fogey, it's like another thing I've been trying to do. It's like trying to eat healthier. It kind of helps that like, I don't know if this is like a natural thing that happens to everybody, but like, I've gotten like less of a taste for like sweet things. Does that just like happen naturally as you like grow up? And so I'm like not as tempted to eat sweet things anymore. Like nowadays when I eat like some cake, I'll be like, ugh, like afterwards. I'll be like, man, why did I eat that cake? which would not used to be the case. Do 1 scoop with 300 milliliter water, 2 scoops later in the day with 600. Ooh. Also don't like sweet things that much anymore. Yeah, like I wonder why. Is that just like a natural thing that happens? Why is this? Yeah, I think probably a lot of people who are coffee drinkers probably get a similar amount of caffeine. So it's not that unusual, I think. With cake, I can only do 1 small slice before I feel like I'm gonna puke. Yeah, like I have to like eat a tiny bit of it. Kids are more active. They crave the sugar. Spud, yeah. Yeah, the teeth thing. I've always wondered what that is. I knew somebody who had that like really bad. Like they couldn't eat sweet things at all because it like made their teeth like tingle, I guess. Like I don't know what to describe it as. Like it didn't like hurt, but it was, well, it kind of hurt. But like they couldn't like eat sweet things, and they like went to the dentist like multiple times, and like the dentist was like, "There's nothing wrong with your teeth. You just have like sensitive teeth, I guess." It's like, huh? Like how does that work? Make some amazing cookies. I haven't made cookies in a long time. Should make some cookies. Same here, kind of. If you ate a lot of as a kid, your body got burnt out on sweets as you got older. Oh, maybe that's what happened. Maybe I got burnt out on sweets. I did eat sweets a lot. I would go through bags of sour candy like crazy. There's a gamer subs flavor called raw meat. Oh, it's like the Harry Potter jelly beans. Never lost my sweet tooth myself, but I've branched out to more savory things as I've gotten older. Ah, yeah, I'm definitely more of a savory person, especially now. Is it the abrasive texture of the sugar? Maybe. I wish I knew. I forgot to draw the hair highlights. Oops. Just do a little bit of highlights. Less is more when it comes to the highlights. When you eat too much sour candy and you feel the skin on your tongue loosen, yes, that has happened to me multiple times. It's very bad, and then it's like, it hurts to eat. It hurts to eat afterwards. It's so bad. And then every time it happened, I was always like, I'm never gonna eat so much sour candy again. And then like next time I would just not be able to control myself. It's bad. Trying to eat less so I do 2 meals a day right now. Oh. Very nice. Yeah, I need a, I also like, I've been trying to adjust my diet a bit too. Like I eat a lot of, I eat like way too much meat and like not enough vegetables. The doctor is always like, you need to eat more vegetables. I'm like, I know, then I never do it. Trying to correct that. Yeah, good for you. It's good to have your goals, taking care of yourself. That's good. But it's definitely hard. So it's a hard struggle for sure. But other people can do it. You can probably do it too. My cookie used super dark chocolate with different brown sugar, and it has vanilla extract, vanilla paste, brown butter. That sounds so good. I wish you could send cookies virtually. I would love to try, but I probably shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't. I wouldn't be able to eat stranger cookies, so that's probably a bad idea. But that sounds amazing. Can you do a mad face? Kind of. I can't like control my eyebrows. My eyebrows kind of like do crazy stuff. This is kind of mad. Yeah. Speaking of, I need to walk. You can ask for the recipe. Oh, well, I don't want to take your secret recipe. It's, I don't know. We like just met. I shouldn't take their secret recipe. When I eat pizza, I lose the skin on the top of my mouth. Oh, that's never happened to me. That's very unfortunate. I love pizza. Probably not a good idea to eat random cookies. I could send the recipe. It's not a secret I could share with anyone. I mean, if you're offering, I would love the recipe. Yeah, like maybe you could DM it or something. Or I guess if you're okay with it being in chat, you could put it in chat. But like, yeah, that sounds amazing. I would love to try it and make it at home. Well, thank you. I didn't mean to like I didn't mean to like take your like ask to surprise you by asking you for the recipe. I really appreciate it. It sounds like something you worked hard on. Not the easiest recipe and the ingredients aren't the cheapest, so a lot of people can't be bothered. Ah, okay. It might be a fun challenge. It's been a while since I baked. What better way to get back into baking by doing a really hard cookie recipe? Have you played Kingdom Hearts? Yes, I have. I've played Kingdom Hearts, and I did write back in my youth, I wrote a 100-page fan fiction of Kingdom Hearts, and immediately deleted it. This is I don't think I've ever said that on stream before. This is my confession. It was like me and my friends going on like Kingdom Hearts adventures and like hanging out with Sora and stuff. And then like even back then I was like, I feel cringe. I can't look this in the eye, and then I deleted it. Was it about Riku? No, it was about everybody. We were going on adventures. Art stream and cookies? You're the best stream. Well, I haven't made the cookies yet, so I can't get the credit for cookies. I don't know if I can move my streaming setup over the kitchen. That might be kind of fun, but I don't know if I could do it. Good fan fictions and Wattpads. What a time. I unironically though love bad fan fictions. Cause like, I don't know, like a little glimpse into somebody's mind about what they enjoyed. And a lot of the time it's like, you know, a kid. It's a joke of cooking stream. I think actually that would be kind of fun because I'm actually not very good at cooking. So it might be funny. But I do not know if I could get my streaming setup over there. I would have to like take everything apart, which is not something I know I want to do. Took a lot of work, perfected it to bring joy to other people, so if I share the recipe and you enjoy them, mission accomplished. Oh, that's very nice of you. Not sure the best way to send it. It's a Word document. Oh, what's a good way to send it? I don't know. If you have like a Google Docs, you could put it in Google Docs and like send the Google Docs link or something. Email. Do I want to? I think my email's on. Let's see. Copy paste into DMs. You could do Google Docs. Yeah. If that's not too much, if you don't already have it in Google Doc, if it's not too much trouble, yeah, maybe you could do a Google Docs and like send the link or something. I'm so sorry. It feels like I feel like I'm making you go through a lot of trouble. I feel like most girlhood crushes on game cartoon characters always the bad boys and the edgy characters. You're not wrong. I don't know. Was I into Riku as a kid? I feel like I liked Sora more. I was more of a Sora girl. Like that type of character when I was a kid. Like if you ask me to choose between Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth, like I choose Phoenix Wright. I do like Edgeworth a lot though, but I like Phoenix Wright more. So that's kind of where my like tastes are, I guess. It's really fine. Okay. Thank you so much. You can position your camera to like the kitchen counter, cutting off at your hands. Unless you record a short VOD cooking thing, post it to YouTube. That might be kind of fun, just like a little non-live video. That might be kind of fun. What other games do I like? Oh my gosh, I haven't been drawing. I've been chatting too much. That's a good question. What games do I like? I mean, I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing that a lot. That's probably the game I've been playing the most, actually. Like, in recent times. So I really like Final Fantasy 14. I like Final Fantasy in general. A lot of the not the old, super older ones, but like, you know, like 9, 7, 8, 9. A big variety, yeah. Like I play a lot of like random retro games. Like I really like a while ago we played like Barbie's Writing Club, which was a childhood game that I played. That was really fun. What console did I have as a kid? I was very lucky. We had a lot of Nintendo consoles. We had Nintendo 64. That was my first console as a kid. We eventually got a GameCube and a Super Nintendo. I got my cousin gave us their old Super Nintendo, I guess, because they weren't using it anymore, which is kind of wild to me, but I'll take it. We eventually, and then we kind of kept up with the Nintendo console. So we had we got the Wii, we had, and then now I have a Switch, and we also had a PlayStation, original PlayStation 1, and then I remember I got a PlayStation 2 as a present for finishing my black belt in Taekwondo. That was my reward for finishing my Taekwondo education. So we had a PS2, and then that's kind of where we stopped with the PlayStation family of games. Oh yeah, we had Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, DS. Yeah, we played Hypno Space Outlaw. That's right. A good like retro, kind of old net feeling game. Oh, you did Taekwondo too. You quit at green belt. Ah, did you just not like it? I feel like these sorts of things really depends on the teacher too. Like, if you don't have a good teacher, then like learning anything is just kind of not as enjoyable. And my sister's pink DS that was like almost broken. Oh, the pink one. Yeah, I don't know what I had a DS Lite, a black DS Lite, and I don't know what happened to it. I'm so sad. I cannot find it anywhere. Like, I'm like scared that I gave it away. Which is like something I feel like I wouldn't do, but maybe I did. I don't know. Scared. I don't know why I quit. I had a really good Taekwondo teacher. He was a cool guy. Very, very good with kids. What type of Taekwondo did you do? Oh, I don't know. Are there different types? I technically never got my black belt because I was a kid when I passed the black belt test. So if you were under a certain age, they would give you a junior black belt. But you do the same test as everyone else, I think. Unless I'm misremembering. I don't know if there's different types of Taekwondo. It wasn't very like sparring based. That's what I remember. We learned a lot of like forms and like self-defense type stuff. I remember that. We had to like show that off to pass our belt tests. You still do Taekwondo? Yeah. I don't anymore. I think after I got my black belt, I stopped. And then I was like, Because like we only had, my family was like, okay, you only have money to do piano lessons or taekwondo, and my mom was very much a piano lessons advocate, so I ended up just kind of focusing on piano lessons, and not really doing taekwondo after I got the black belt. Because like at that point my parents were like, okay, you're done, like that's you like did enough, which was kind of a bummer because I definitely liked taekwondo more than I liked piano. But yeah, I ended up just doing piano. And then when I got to college, I was like maybe I'll join the taekwondo club and like do taekwondo that way. But that never ended up happening. I don't know, I got like busy, I guess. I was like trying to keep up with my like schoolwork and stuff, and then never really, you know, trying to hang out with friends and be social. I never really picked up on it again, which is sort of a bummer. I really liked it. Yeah, but I think it was really good for me to do, like, kind of just learning how to, I don't know. It was good exercise and like good, like, it was like fun trying to figure out or trying to learn how to do like specific things. I think if I got attacked in an alleyway, I could probably defend myself for a good amount of time. As long as there was like not a gun or something. Okay. All right. I think we're getting to the end here almost. I think I'm gonna color in the line art and then we will be good to go. But yeah, I've always really liked martial arts. I don't know, like I think yeah, for somebody who doesn't exercise that much anymore, it was very like, I guess there's something nice about being able to follow like a formula a little bit, like a training regimen. And like in Taekwondo, these things called forms, they're kind of like a, how would you describe it? I guess like sort of like a dance. There's like moves and you're supposed to memorize the moves and like do them in order. And they like kind of showcase, each of them sort of showcases like a certain like type of movement or like a level, I guess. I don't actually know what the reasoning is between the designs of the forms, but it was kind of fun practicing those. Here you can have an everyday carry. I do not want to be responsible for handling that. Here in Norway, you can only have a gun in a safe. You can only transport it to and from the gun range. Ah. What's the names on them? Of the forms? I don't remember. It was too long ago. I'm like way too old now. It was too long ago. I do not remember. I got the Google link right. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, feel free to, I can permit you in here if you want to send it in the... Oh. Okay. There we go. Onji told Dosan told... oh my gosh. You remember this better than I do. I can't remember what we called them. Cookie recipe. I see it! It works! Wow, thank you so much! I do use Google Docs that often. Oh, thank you! Thanks for going through the trouble. I'm excited. I'm glad we can experience your fantastic cookie recipe. Thank you for sharing. And now, I'm getting hungry for cookies. I guess it's kind of almost dinner time over where I am. I should finish this up. Color in the line art. Let me know if there's any parts you have questions about. Will do. Thank you. You don't like cookies, to be honest. Is it the sweet tooth thing? Cause like, yeah, it kind of depends on the cookie too. Like, I feel like I'm a little bit picky about cookies where it's like, if it's too crumbly, I'm like, nah. But if it's like the right amount of like chewy, then I'm like, yes. But I'm sure that opinion differs among people very, very widely. It's 2:50 a.m. in Norway. Oh my god. You're hopped up on all those energy drinks. Gonna have another serving of gamer subs. Don't die. Need to change your sleep schedule anyways. Oh man. I need to get better at sleeping early. I'm very bad at sleeping at a good time. I've been trying to sleep with a sleep mask to see if that helps. I think it kind of does, but then it turned out that the one that I was using, like, it has like, it's sort of a dark blue color, and then it ended up like staining the, like, our bed sheets. So now there's like, there was like blue ink like rolled around on the bed because I guess I move a lot. So then I had to spend a day like cleaning that up, bleaching the sheets so that they don't have blue dye on them anymore. Speaking and making a Google Doc copy. It's part of the perfection process for me. I very carefully balance the liquids to the dries to make sure it's just the right texture. The pivotal moment of the whole recipe is the browning of the butter. Oh, okay. So I can't be looking at my gacha games while I'm browning the butter. Going to Tokyo in 8 days. Want to prevent jet lag, so gamer subs it is. Ooh, that's exciting. Have fun in Tokyo. Are you just going for fun, or is it like for work? Is it for fun? Just vacation? For an event? I feel like sometimes you have to be careful about asking people about why they're traveling, because like, again, another thing about getting older, sometimes it's like, they're like, oh, I'm going to a funeral. And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Or it's like, my dad is very sick, and you're like, oh no. So I've learned I have to be like kind of careful about that. Just vacation. Okay, that's good. Going to the Pokemon Center, and I've saved up $1,500. Hope I don't waste too much on the center. Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. You're gonna have so much fun. I love Japan. If you like retro gaming stuff at all, I have done quite a bit of shopping for retro game stuff. So if you want tips on that, I'm happy to share. Gonna buy all the plushies. Oh, there's so many plushies at the Pokemon Center. You were gonna go bankrupt. If you cook it for too long, you'll remove the moisture, and that can lead to it being crumbly. You can also burn the butter fat, which wastes the butter. It's better to cook it for too little time. It affects the taste a bit. Ah, okay. So you want to err on the side of moisture. That makes a lot of sense. Have I been to Japan before? Yes, I have been a couple of times actually. My husband and I actually go. I mean, I wouldn't say like often, but we've been there, I think, a number of times because my husband's family is from Southeast Asia, and so we kind of have to end up flying that direction anyway a lot of the time. So we end up like stopping by Japan or like stopping by after. Do I know any card shops? Oh, I didn't end up going to any card shops. But if you go to oh shoot, what are they called? There's a bunch of this like. Am I white or Asian? I am Asian American. I am Korean. My parents are Korean immigrants, but I was born in the United States. There are what are they called? Hobby offs? Yeah, like there's a bunch of like chain stores called hobby offs that and book offs as well. They will have like used books, and they also have like sometimes they'll have games and stuff, like just like various hobby things, or old trinkets, like old like merch, like fan merch and stuff. So they'll sell stuff like that, but they also usually have like a pretty big like card section. So I actually have bought a couple of cards pretty cheap. Depending on where you are in Tokyo, it'll be more or less expensive. Like the further out from Tokyo you go, the less expensive it will be. If you try to go to like a card shop or a hobby off or a book off in, you know, Akihabara or whatever, like primo weeb town, the prices will be kind of outrageous. So yeah, don't buy retro stuff unless it's something that's really rare and you like don't want to search for it elsewhere. Do not buy retro stuff in Akihabara. It's very expensive. It's like it's marked up like a lot. Should I try to use the train? Oh yeah. Definitely use the train. It's like the easiest way to get around. If you Google Maps is actually really good for getting around the metro system in Japan. Like it'll tell you like exactly which exit, like which line to take, which exits to get out of. That's like the closest exit to where to get out of. So you kind of just have to be like looking for the signs to make sure you're going the right direction. So it's definitely confusing, but Google Maps will help you a lot. I think you'll be okay. Want to hear a funny story? Sure. Until you cook the recipe a few times and know what to look for in the butter, it's better to err on the side of cooking too little. You'll eventually start to notice the change in the smell and appearance. Whoa, I feel like I'm gaining cooking knowledge. I'm leveling up my cooking knowledge just from reading your chat messages, Archiel. This is an interesting remix of Aquatic Ambiance. The original felt very ethereal, but this sounds different. Interesting. Yeah, Donkey Kong music is... That was a Donkey Kong song, right? Donkey Kong music is, like, unironically really good. I was in a Japan Discord server. I asked what I could do in Tokyo. They said eat at ramen shops. I said I don't like ramen and prefer instant noodles. I got banned. Oh, really? That's kind of unfortunate. Well, you will have no problem finding instant noodles. There's, like, a lot everywhere. Like, all sorts of kinds. Last time I was there, I got some instant noodles that had this like they were like cat themed. They were doing some kind of like, I don't know if it was a collab or what, but it was like you take off the lid of the instant noodles and then you would like go to a website and scan the lid with your phone, and like underneath the lid of the instant noodles was like a cat. It was sort of like, you know, kind of like a gacha game. There's like, you would flip it up and there was like a cat, or maybe I can draw it. It was like, I can draw this. I'm an artist, I can do this. It was like, sorry, Digimon fans. Okay, so here's like the instant noodles, right? Like usually the instant noodles looks like this, right? And like there's like the little lid here that you like pull on the tab. But these instant noodles, they were cat themed, so they had like this, like the little ears. And then when you peeled it up, you know, off the instant noodles, there was like a cat here, and then it had like a ranking. So like it had like stats. So like, you know, I got like a common cat, and I got like a rare one that was like actually like the Tibetan fox. Like if you guys know what the Tibetan fox animal looks like. And then you scan it, and then it like goes into this little website, and you can see them like walking around. I don't know, it's cute. They're probably not doing that anymore. It seemed like a temporary thing. But yeah, there's some cool stuff there. It's just fun to try different foods. Even if you don't go to any fancy restaurants, you just go to the convenience stores and just like look at all the cool stuff. Do you watch Trash Taste at all or know what it is? I do know what it is. I've seen clips of it here and there. Like it comes up on my YouTube recommendations every now and then. But I don't like follow it or anything. Yeah, but I do know of like the guys that do it. No joke, got timed out for a week. Appeal your ban or get banned. DM'd a mod. I got instant banned for spamming DMs instead of appealing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it was just kind of a misunderstanding. That's unfortunate though. I got a ton of experience baking. I suck at cooking. I also make some amazing banana bread. Ooh. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh man, it's It's almost dinner time here. Okay, I think we'll call the stream here. I think we're basically done. I kind of wanted to draw like a... Because like, it's supposed to be for Digimon Day. I wanted to draw like a... Like, make a reference to like August 8th or something. Or maybe I can just like draw it on top, like... Or August 8th. August 1st. Like that? Maybe? Make it look kind of artsy? I don't know. Which is kind of funny because I'm not drawing this on August 1st. You killed the stream? Oh no. My hunger killed the stream. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, I do see it sometimes. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch like a full episode one of these days. I did see one video of Joey. I think that's his name. He was at Anime Expo and he was going around asking people for their like hot anime takes. That was pretty funny. Some of them I was like, whoa, and then others I was just like, oh, that's not so bad. I don't know, maybe like... I don't know, trying to make it look artsy. Does this look artsy? I don't know. Oh, I should sign this. Sign this thing. I think we're done. We're done. Story. Okay. We'll call it there. I'll mess around a little bit with like the writing and stuff. Thank you everybody for coming. I had a fun time chatting. I hope you did too. Thanks for being good to me and being good to each other. I always enjoy your company. Let's see if there's anywhere else to raid. The recipe I use is mascarpone in it? Whoa. Dang, you're like a real baker. You use like fancy ingredients. Thank you so much again for sharing your cookie recipe. I'm gonna look forward to trying it out at some point. It looks very artsy and amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Fate Nate. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see if anyone's on right now. Love baking, it's food science. That's so true. It's like alchemy for real. Except you get delicious stuff out of it instead of immortality. Let's go say hi to... It looks like Juicebox is playing some Final Fantasy 14. It just started streaming. Yes, yeah, I think I'm ending the stream. We're gonna raid off to Juicebox. He's a cool guy. He comes into my stream sometimes. He does a lot of rhythm games and fighting games, but right now he's playing some Final Fantasy 14. I think just chatting, so it should be a chill time. Let's start. I know a cool streamer that plays piano. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that in time. We will save your recommendation for next time. We can check it out. Or someone saying Edward now. All right, thanks everybody. I'll next be streaming on Tuesday. We'll be playing some Rune Factory 3. So if you're into that, I'll see you then. Otherwise, have a good rest of your weekend and a good start to your week. Bye everybody. Yeah.